Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 227 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. This is the mic check. I am your host, Reggie. Co-host Reggie.
Episode 227. 227. I'm Norwood. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed, and I'm feeling highly flavored. How we
Hey,
doing?
blessed and highly flavored. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what it is. It is Monday Night Raw. We are here. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share it. This is the mic check. We're gonna do Braves chop talk, a little bit of golf, and of course, end it with some congratulations, brother. This was your celebratory weekend this weekend, wasn't it?
First part. First part this weekend. Next part this weekend coming up happens when your birthday falls on a Tuesday.
That boy birthday on a Tuesday. It's close. Still gonna go up on a Tuesday though.
Oh, you know. But tomorrow will be a day of peace, of rest, and reflection.
And then turn up.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Taco
man.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Prepare your hearts, minds, and souls.
I just recovered from my festivities. I had birthday dinner, and I had a house to myself. Went out, thought I was still in my 30s.
Humble reminder, right? That man call you and say, "Hey, it's time to do some work."
Hey, man,
Excuse
yeah,
me,
yeah. Hey, baby, hey, man. So you're not coming in the office today? I thought you was gonna be here. Nah,
y'all really need me today, like that. Last time I checked, everything's still going without me, so y'all be all right.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get started with Braves Chop Talk, man. Last week we played the Angels, fisticuffs, and the Guardians. Angels, we won the series. Lost the first game 6-2. Won the next two 7-2, and the fight 8-2. And then the Guardians, we went 11-5, 0-6, 13-1. Man, there's so much to talk about here, but I can't believe lovable, beloved former Brave one hits the first pitch out of the park during the clinching game of the World Series for the Braves. Started a brawl.
I don't like it, Ronaldo Lopez. Soler has one of the most important sports moments in my life. I ain't got but 2 baseball championships. And as I've told this story once, if I've told it a million times, I knew Soler was going to hit that home run and called it before. He is one of the few people I would never speak ill of because he is so fundamental in helping us win that championship. And for him to get now, I think he might have escalated it. I don't think that Lopez was really trying to hit him. I think we were trying to win a baseball game. But then, and I guess everything is fair in a fight. And for y'all who don't know, these, if you look on the screen, you can see this is where the smoke was. And if you look tucked in Lopez's right hand is a baseball. And part of me says that in a fight, everything is fair.
Legal.
Now, I wish you would not have hit a guy who helped us win a World Series upside the head with a baseball, which he did. You
gotta protect yourself, brother. Gotta protect yourself. And that is the best way.
If there is smoke, then you must use the extinguisher. And that boy hit him upside the head. And I want to be clear, he didn't like throw the baseball. He used the baseball as a club. It just hit Soler. Both of them suspended 7 games. I hate this for us.
You're right. Yeah. We'll get to the baseball part of it too. But you're right about I don't think Lopez was trying to hit him, but whatever was said, like Lopez said, well, what you gonna do? And he went like that. I was like, oh, well, as my wife says, barbecue or mildew, big dog. Yep. You either gonna do something or you're not. And shout out to, I can tell Lopez did some fighting back in the day too, because he didn't throw the ball. You know, most people would throw the ball at the person. Nope. I'm just gonna tuck it in my fist and come upside your jaw with this baseball.
This is an old black man move. If I throw this ball at you, I no longer have it. If I use it as a club, then it is forever mine. Now, if y'all see the bottom left-hand corner right below my floating head now, you'll see where Cadillac Sneak, aka Sneaky, talks about where to scoop at. Where our manager, new manager, Walt Weiss, with a form tackle. He didn't look like he done a little Bull in the Ring, a little Oklahoma somewhere in his life. The jokes were even from the Atlanta Falcons were, hey man, can we sign this guy? He did have a fantastic form tackle. I don't think we would have got that out of Snicker.
Man, I didn't know we wouldn't have. First off, Snicker would have been right in the dugout. Hey,
right.
Hey,
yeah. Well,
I'm too old.
Why said, hey, I'm finna ingratiate myself in this culture right now.
Hey man, and that's if you gonna do it. That's prison rules. Like you go, we fight, everybody fight.
Right.
And he jumped in there, and first off, I forgot. I didn't realize Walt Weiss was Walt Weiss.
Correct.
When it was like Braves new manager Walt Weiss. I was like, Walt Weiss, they used to play for the Braves, Walt Weiss.
Correct.
Like, Walt Weiss. And his response to this made a lot of sense once I realized who he was. He was like, hey man, you know, guys get fighting as long as nobody got hurt. It was all fun. I was like, all fun.
And you got to remember, like, you're taking over for a guy who's been with the organization for absolutely ever. He won a championship. This team is already a team with a bunch of guys who everybody respects, thinks are, you know, as power ranking, we number 2 in the world right now. So, yeah, you got to come in and let them know, hey, man, I ain't no sucker either now.
Even the Braves have better
linebackers
than the Cowboys.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
We ain't gonna argue with you.
Right. But in our last 6, we won 4, dropped 1 to the Angels.
Smoked.
And then we dropped 1 to the Guardians. We are, like I said before, we're second in power ranking. And don't forget, we still injured. We are hurt everywhere. So
yeah, and we're the only team that hasn't lost the series, which is crazy. Win the series at home, split on the road, first in the division early. Everybody's 500 or below. Of course, we know it's very, very early, but we're 10-6. You always want to build that lead as far as you can.
Do for the wackiness of your homework early. It makes your job infinitely easier. As much as I'm happy about the way the Hawk season went, you don't want to have to go on an 18-3 tear at the end of the season to get yourself out of the play-in. It ain't that many spots in baseball in the first place. So if you can create a lead in a competitive division, then it shall make your life at least reasonably easier. I really appreciate guys coming in and doing the job. Also, while we're here, we need to appreciate the Atlanta City Connect jerseys that they fucking smoked. Excellent.
You like them?
Excellent.
You like them?
Excellent. I do.
I ain't gonna say I dislike them. I ain't the biggest fan.
They're top 3, I think, out of all of them. And the only ones that I think that I like more was the Pirates jersey. And I may or may not have someone already developing a Hampton Pirates alternative for
that. Tough. Yeah, we like you said, gotta do our homework early. I was trying to look up, that's what I was doing. I was looking up to see the update. We play the Marlins, we start that series, and as long as we can keep winning series,
we getting smoked.
We are
9-4. We tied it, and then now it is 9-4. Miami is on
and midway through the 6th.
Well,
so yeah.
Let me help y'all out here. You can't give up 3 runs for 3 innings in a row and expect to win games. We gave up 3 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th currently.
Yeah, Grant Holmes is on the mound, man, and we struggle. We are going to struggle until everybody gets healthy with our second, third, fourth person in the rotation. We got Chris Sale, everybody else is up and down. And then we have bullpen games. So hopefully, once we get everybody healthy, we can, you know what I mean, we can be better. Dang, we getting smoked. But where you want to go from here? Drake Baldwin going crazy. He may be the best catcher in baseball. And according to Buster Olney and just about everybody else, he is. He's batting 328, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs, and I don't think he's committed an error behind the plate.
Sean Murphy. You can start looking for new places to live. Help us help you. You can coordinate a deal. I did, and I think that Sean Murphy is a good baseball player. He has had some injury issues, but overall, still a very solid player. Can be an asset, but between what Drake Baldwin is doing and what Heim is doing, well, even with Heim, all right, he had a bad day. Shit happens. It's gonna happen.
No, shit don't happen where you have 8 errors in one play. I don't even know how they counted 8 errors, but that.
He'll be all right. And we're not asking you to do this all the time. We still have the best catcher in baseball. You ain't gonna play that many games, big dog.
25% is what
right. So yeah, if we can go get something for an asset, then absolutely. I mean, it's good to have 3 good catchers, and I think that's what the Atlanta Braves are. Shout out to Alex Anthopoulos consistently finding a way to help us help ourselves. I truly appreciate it.
Yeah, he's a farm system guy too. Drake,
no graphic, but Didier Fuentes has been smoking in the minors. We just released a guy. We sent a guy back down, and it seems like Fuentes, everything that I see will be available in the next 5 to 7 days.
Didier? Oh, so they have updated it. When I was looking at it, they were talking about when they're gonna bring him up, and I said to myself, I was like, dog, if we get smoked by the Marlins, because it seems like we win series, but the one game we lose, we get destroyed, which might be this game. I think it's always because of pitching. And I think if Didier keeps, I mean, he had a phenomenal spring. He's now having a phenomenal spring, summer with in the minor leagues. At this point, what do you have to lose?
And with that being said, Braves called up right-hand pitcher Roldy Munoz, who just gave up 3 runs in the 6th inning. And option left-hand pitcher Dylan Dodd to AAA Gwinnett. So everything says that we're going to give Fuentes another shot. He's super young. You know,
19.
We haven't had the greatest farm system since the Great Purge. So, you know, you got to keep working with this kid and give him an opportunity until he gets it.
Yeah, I mean, what else you got to lose? What else you got to
lose? Know who I think about all the time is your boy who plays shortstop, and we traded him to the Red Sox, and then he was just disappeared.
Oh, they tried him in shortstop. They tried him in the outfield. He was supposed to be the next guy. He was supposed to be Drake Baldwin. He's supposed to be the next guy. I'll think of it later. I think of his name.
But yeah, he's just gone.
That's what happens. Moving on, man. So that's the Braves report, really. We in first place. Our philosophy works, man. That might be Snickers. And I don't know if it's a Snicker or Bobby Cox thing, but Snicker made it famous. That
Vaughn
might
Grissom.
be Snickers' legacy. Vaughn Grissom? Really?
Yeah.
You said that?
No, you remember Vaughn Grissom. He was the person who we traded and then just never.
Oh, yeah, Vaughn Grissom. Yeah. Vaughn Grissom. Yeah, he was supposed to be amazing. He was good, but he was just bad when he was.
And you want to know where he is now? Los Angeles Angels.
Oh,
so, yes, the minor league.
Still. But yeah, that might be Brian Snickers' legacy, man. That philosophy of, split on the road, win at home,
get it done,
and try not to lose a series. It's worked. At least gotten into the division titles,
and at least put me in the conversation, put me in the fight. Now, do I want to win the fight? 1,000%. But you got to get in the club first. You know how I always talk about that. It's too many people standing outside. Mets, Yankees. Y'all not even in the conversation realistically ever.
Yeah, tough on them. Tough on them. So we'll move on, man. Golf. Rory McIlroy becomes the fourth person to win back-to-back Masters, joining Nick Faldo, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods, if I'm not mistaken.
Family friend Nick Faldo. Shout out to the Faldo family.
We can have him on the podcast.
You think I got that phone number still in my phone?
Family friend means yes.
I'll reach out. I'll reach out to his people.
But Rory McIlroy wins, gets the $4,500,000 payout. This has been a long time coming for Rory. He was always trying to get the elusive jacket, and now he gets 2 in a row, man. Congratulations. I really didn't know who was going to be his rival in this one, to be honest. It was Dustin Johnson.
Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, Scotty.
Great number one back-to-back win. Like you said, only Tiger and Nick have done it. The other part about this, a lot of people were talking about how the rest of the golfers, I think they had a tournament in Phoenix and Dallas to warm up for this. Rory decided basically for the last month to take day trips to Augusta and play Augusta, and it clearly worked. It's also very nice to be able to have a private plane where I can take private trips to Augusta.
Well, I mean, that's an investment. If I spend $500,000 over half the year,
absolutely. Back. Oh yeah. Even Swap ain't no swindle. But he basically said, "Hey man, I drop my kid off to school in the morning. I catch a private plane to Augusta. I play Augusta and then come back." He said he did that 3 or 4 times, and it really prepared him to play and win this tournament. You got to figure out what you got to do to win, man. And those type of stories just very interesting because everybody else played the tournament. It's like, oh, we'll just go to now. He said, "I'm going there, boots on ground."
I wonder if you could do that with other tournaments too. Like, just go play the course.
Yeah, I mean, they open. If you can get a tee time, you can play it. Now, Augusta is different because you got to have even as a winner, you still have to have a member. But I mean, who's gonna say no to Rory? So probably, Rory, you can play. And if you don't mind, can I just walk next to you? We'll play best ball on yours every time. And I'll shut up and stand over here. Yeah, right. I'm gonna sit over here. I'm gonna be real quiet. And whatever you do, I'm just hit my ball, and you don't even have to act like you know me.
But yeah, shout out to Rory, man. Masters was kind of quiet to me this year, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
I mean, back to back is big. Masters wasn't. Now that you bring it up, they're not happy about how. You know how they have the waste management in Phoenix, and that has become like foolishness for golf, and all of the golf elitists don't like that because it is just drunken yelling golf like children. Well, a lot of that has. Now, I'm not saying a lot of that, but Augusta has been has been a little bit more inviting than years past. And a lot of people are upset about it. They was upset about Kevin Hart. They was upset about Jason Kelsey.
Yeah. And Pat McAfee, the frat guys. They don't like the frat atmosphere. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
And I agree, like Augusta is very much so different. You're going for that experience. Though there's not many places where you still get that level of prestige, elitism, the snootiness. Maybe like the US Open or something like that. Maybe a couple of these tennis tournaments, but the Masters is buttoned up. It is put your best clothes on. Act like you've been here. No, you can't have a phone. Yes, this is the only food that we provide. All of those things, and I mean, we see it in everyday life where things have been rolled back a little bit more casual. I mean. We laugh at it when we go to the HBCUs. You can wear this now. Wear a hat in the student center.
Oh my God!
Right. But I mean, I guess that's where we are.
Take your hat off inside. Ooh,
yeah.
Shout out.
And part of me is like, yeah, let's make this more inclusive. The other part is, nah, I kind of like certain my institutions institutional.
Institutionalized. Either get with it or
Right.
get gone.
Right.
Uh, but it all, the masters to me is they make the money, they'll figure it out. But I don't
No,
think
no.
that they
But see,
need.
the
I don't think
Masters
they
always
want
been
that personally.
different. They print their own money. We make this our grass. Everything here is proprietary. You can only come and sit in the master seats. No, you cannot bring your own chair you bought from Amazon. Hell no. It's one of the few places. No, you cannot bring your phone in here. You bring your phone in here, we will put you the hell out of here forever. We will ban you. And if you talk too crazy, we'll ban your damn family too.
They will ban your family.
And if your family is stupid enough to try to jump over that gate like y'all did a couple years ago, boy, they don't play that. Get you the fuck out of there, boy. They don't play. Hogwarts is probably the only thing more exclusive.
Yeah, Masters is crazy. Augusta National is crazy.
Right.
But
let's go into a little Black history.
Moving on.
Here we go.
Man, Mark Jones will be leaving ESPN. He called his final game Celtics Magic yesterday after 36 years with the company since 1990. He's leaving on his own and will not be retiring. His best is yet to come. That last part, first off, congratulations. Job well done. Job well done. That last part's interesting. Leaving on his own, his best work is yet to come. He's not retiring. So I wonder if he's going. I wonder if he's going to like a Ringer or what's the other guy that did it? He did the Stan Verrett. He left too.
Yeah, like all of the Barstool, Ringer, or whatever, Anscape, whatever. Yeah, all of those.
Ooh, that's a singer. L. Duncan.
Did not know Mark was Canadian. He was with ESPN from 1990 to 2026. And he is also the current play-by-play for the Kings. I appreciate Black people walking away from jobs on their own. I was not fired. I chose to no longer be here.
Yep.
ESPN has had a very interesting career with Netflix. Could always be on the table.
Netflix could be on the table.
And he's got that voice. But I just appreciate us to be able to leave on our own terms.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got plenty of time to do whatever the hell he wants to. And he is one of those guys that you may not know his face, but as soon as he starts talking, oh, I know this guy. And I've known this guy my entire life.
Yeah, man. He and Stuart Scott, RIP, were really the guys that brought in the culture that we know and grew up with into ESPN. As basketball became more engulfed in our culture, football or sports really became more engulfed in African American culture. Him and Stuart Scott were the voice, and I'm just glad that he was able to, do 36 years. Doris Burke was emotional. He was emotional. He means a lot to not only the African American journalism community, but really the African American community in all.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mark Jones, man. Great
job. And we appreciate it. And you killed it. That cannot be said enough.
Sir. Yes, sir.
With that being said, I think we've come to the conclusion of the mic check, and the mics have been checked. We are going to have a short break. And I think that we are going to come back with a little bit different of a format. We're going to knock out HBCU and football
together, if you don't mind.
We never did. We're going to come knock that out. Then we are going to do the Atlanta basketball, and then we'll talk about the rest of you chumps. How about that? And I am calling y'all chumps. I'm feeling very confident.
That's when we go have a little drink break somewhere in there. So I might have a drink before. I'm gonna have a drink on the Atlanta segment so I can talk my noise. That's what I'm gonna do. Stamped. We'll be right back, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. If you are listening to the playback, please go press that next button and go listen to episode 227 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 227 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. I'm your co-host, Reggie.
I am your co-host, Norwood. Our parties combined, we are your HBCU homeboys. Let me tell y'all, podcasting is fun because shit happens all the time. Even in the little break. Sometimes things fall apart and you be like, whoa, code 10, get them chains off them doors. And then you fix it and you keep on going, and you only let people know this if, appreciate you guys being here.
Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is when it comes to Monday Night Raw. We do HBCU news around the culture, followed by football. Then we'll have a break. Then we'll do basketball, the Atlanta segment first, Atlanta in the day. And we'll talk about the rest of y'all after we have another break. Atlanta here. I just want to let y'all know that again.
The boy already said camera? Question mark?
Yeah. With that being said, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all give us a like, a follow, and a share. If you're listening to the playback, go back and listen to the mic check. We had our Braves talked about Augusta National.
We whooping your ass. Hey, Guardian.
And then we got the Mark Jones. Oh man. So with that being said, we're gonna start out with HBCU news around the culture. We got a few things we're gonna talk about today. Tennessee State has re-signed or extended Nolan Smith's contract. The former Duke Blue Devil, who has made his way up the coaching ranks, led Tennessee State to the Ohio Valley Conference Championship this year.
Correct.
First time they done it, I think, in like almost 15 to 20 years. They went ahead and extended him to 2031.
This is what you call the insurance policy of insurance policies. Tennessee State sees the writing on the wall. And by the writing on the wall, for y'all unsure, of course, the University of Memphis has one of our favorites, Anthony Penny Hardaway, as the head coach. He has been struggling mightily, basically since the James Wiseman era. Y'all, that lets you know how long.
Yep.
And this seems to be his final attempt at it. If he does not get it together and make it look like something this year, I assume for the University of Memphis to be out. And we believe that Nolan Smith is the guy who probably has the highest opportunity due to name recognition, proximity, and success to be the heir apparent at the University of Memphis. So Tennessee State has extended him to 31. Number one, take your mind at risk. You don't have to worry about looking for a job for 5 more years. If I remember correctly, the buyout on this contract is $16 million. So you can have him, but it does cost. Run me my bread.
Smart, man. Yeah, $16 million buyout is what I have. If we're wrong, please let us know. But I know it's up there. And the fact that they did this, I hope this actually starts a new trend. Because if they're going, this is smart for Nolan Smith because he got the head coaching job and opportunity that he needed in order to show y'all that I'm a winner. And then the HBCUs, TSU, also gets the notoriety. But now, in order for you to get our coaches and take our coaches from us, since you're going to keep taking our players, you keep taking our coaches from us, you will have to pay us $16 million. And your fan base not going to let you wait. That's the thing. I saw in some message boards, people were saying, well, we could just wait it out 5 years. If you think,
no, you cannot.
If you think
Memphis don't have 5 years,
yeah. They just put $100 million into the stadium, football stadium. Right. You think they got 5 years?
Nobody has 5 more years in sports. I don't want you to think that.
Not with money.
You have 2 years. You have 2 years. These NIL people will raise the money. If you're not seeing what SMU and Texas Tech has done, Call the richest guy at your school and say, hey, get us out of here. And that's what they're going to do. In 5 years, you thought you are delusional.
So yeah, HBCUs, you start getting these young and upcoming coaches, HBCUs. This is how you work together, right? This is how the HBCUs now get money to go towards the NIL, because that's where all that's gonna go. And then you get the notoriety and you get to move up, and then you're gonna get paid $8-10 million a year up there wherever you go anyway.
And he knows the chances of him playing this contract are very slim. But in the event that I do, I'm getting paid till 2031. Trump won't even be president by the time I'm done with this job. Come hell or high water. And they both might be here, unfortunately.
Listen, man.
Speaking of hell and high water.
Fam. Damn, fam.
No, they are no longer fam you, they are damn you.
Damn you. Where's Kendrick Lamar? Man, damn, fam. Like, that's all I said reading about FAMU's football team being academically ineligible for the postseason. I was like, damn, fam. How do y'all let that happen? And then
the mighty have fallen.
Then they done had controversy for like since we started this podcast. Like every year.
Yes.
They've had controversy.
Willie Simmons. Tiffany Darnell Sykes, who's moved on. Didn't they fire Colsey at the end of the season?
Yeah, that's how they got Quinn Gray. You just got there. How you academically ineligible? You just got there.
Ain't my fault.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know if it's his fault. And then now you got the president. Well, the new president that was appointed by the governor.
Oh, I forgot about that. You're right.
She done already said this is institutional failure. Right. This is a structural failure, is what she said. You know what that means? Yeah. She about to try to do exactly what Trump did, Doge did. She about to try to Doge FAMU.
Project 2025. And then also that donor who allegedly was supposed to give all that money, and that was $100 million,
but he ain't had no teeth.
FAMU, y'all got to tighten up, because one of the things that I do appreciate is number one, man, they have one of the best alumni groups that you will ever meet. You meet a FAMU Rattler, they love their school forever and ever. Y'all are one of the schools that are on the forefront. Y'all are a LeBron school. Everything says LeBron on it. Like y'all, there's a as Hampton would say, there's a standard of excellence.
Supposed to be, but hell, I mean, y'all make it real hard to. I mean, when you keep doing stuff, make it real hard to fight for you. Like, you want to fight, but it's like when the people trying to get at you, they be like, see, exhibit A, exhibit B, we had exhibit H.
Yeah, and this is the thing, like, we support each other. Whatever shit talk we have between the walls of our homes is one thing, but when we go out, you guys are a big representation of all of us.
Yes, we want what's best for you, dog. Yeah. Like, and you should want better.
I'm sure they too. I can only imagine what the group chat looked like.
The alumni. Oh,
for all of y'all who are not HBCU alums, when things happen, the group chats go crazy. Everybody knows. Everybody is mad. It's
them. Yeah. The Facebook alumni groups go crazy. Them bing, 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 bing. That's when you get everybody. Them Facebook alumni groups, you get everybody. They be 90-year-olds in there and 19-year-olds.
Gladys from 1962. This is unacceptable.
Unacceptable. We have a standard here on the highest of hills. You know, I know they going crazy in Tallahassee right now. Yeah. So, fam, I hope y'all get it together. I really am really high on Quinn Gray. Make this a SMU year. Y'all ineligible, but you may have a good coach, and you got Eric Dickerson and all of them like SMU had.
Take this as the gap year to get your systems and processes in place. This may end up being that's what I would do. This might be the best thing for you. Get you, because you're gonna have a throwaway year anyway. So take this time to get the coaching staff that you want and let them know ain't no expectation. because it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, for me to recruit people NIL wise to say, "Oh, well, we're not eligible on day one." And what we play? We playing to play. All of these
Yeah.
are exhibitions for us.
Yeah. Yeah. NIL. Why should I give money? Now your NIL gonna hurt. Yeah, you got to just go ahead and
No, you can't
institute
do
your
that.
own.
You cannot do that. We cannot do that. We have to continue to invest in these programs, because when it's up, you up. When the marching 100 out
Yes.
there doing the marching 100, you with it. We cannot be
Yeah.
sometiming, because it's only us.
Well, this year they should use this year as a way to put the bones into
Right.
into the into the structure of the program. That's how you want it to run. Go ahead
And
and establish your study habits, establish your study halls, get sign-ins, representation, get the apps on the phone, whatever you got to do to make sure this doesn't happen again. You need to do that. Take this whole year to do it.
stabilize your program, because it only takes 1 year. Ask South Carolina
Mhm.
State. Hell, even what Dion did down there at Jackson, that's still a good running program from them investing and taking the time to do it the right way. And y'all are one of the schools that you can't run it high. Y'all alumni too loud.
Yeah.
They gonna be looking for you. And let me tell you, when your team losing, people come a looking.
Yep. Moving on. Shout out. We got quick hits, man. So the coaching carousel, Alabama State brings in former Langston coach Chris Wright. He led Langston to the NAIA title game in 2022, reviving that program. I think you guys have, if you've been following us for a while, you notice Langston has really revived their athletic program on many fronts. Not just basketball, but football too. So shout out to Chris Wright. He's coming to the SWAC. Alabama State, they revived their football team last year, had a really good
Right.
year. I expect big
Hey,
things from the basketball team as well.
high tide raises all ships. We say it all the time. It's way easier to get more winners in the door when you already have a winner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So shout out
Oh,
to
that's a
Alabama
valid
State.
point too, Sneaky. Is you're right. Play a bunch of money games. Do your fundraising.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
gonna
for
lose.
fam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that these teams would be way more invested in playing HBCUs now than trying to schedule
Mm.
SEC teams. So absolutely, for sure. This is very valid point. Very valid point.
Bishop Sycamore yourself. Just
Right.
go out there. That's not bad. Moving on. Bethune-Cookman upsets LSU in baseball 10-7. As they have the LSU guy on the thing looking sad. But Bethune-Cookman's baseball team, Bethune-Cookman and FAMU's baseball teams and Southerns have always been really good. LSU has to play, and shout out to LSU for playing them, because they play them every year, and every year they get beat. Southern beat them last year. Like every Alcorn beat them, or maybe it was Alcorn, and then Southern beat them last year.
Yeah.
So LSU, I commend you for keep getting your ass whooped by these SWAC schools in baseball. Shout out to Bethune-Cookman. Shout out to the SWAC. We're gonna highlight it every time, because it's a tradition now.
Right. And and you could duck the smoke 1,000%. You could just say, no, I'm not playing them. But we appreciate the opportunity, and we appreciate the opportunity to also whoop you in the process. Thoughts and prayers.
Yes, sir. And then real quick, just shout out to North Carolina A&T AD Earl Hinton retires after a 15-year tenure, 17 intercollegiate sports programs. Really took them from when we were in school. They were terrible in football, actually, when we were in school. And then he kind of joined in 2009 and led the revival of that program. So he is retiring, and we just wanted to acknowledge, because A&T, that's another fan base that loves their school.
Rabbit fan base. I think they also lost their band director too. Losing your athletic director and band director in the same offseason is rough.
It's tough. Hopefully they saw it coming.
But they got that money though.
One of those.
That's a state school, baby.
and they perform, and it's now the largest HBCU in the country. So They will be fine, Shawty. They will be fine. With that being said, that's our HBCU segment. We're gonna move straight into football because all we got is a what the fuck, man. Excuse my language.
No,
Uh,
just
out of I don't know what's happening with the Falcons this offseason. I have tried. That's why I ain't came out with no show yet. I have tried to piece together every clue and everything that is going on, from the consulting to firing everybody because of the consulting firm, to bringing in Matt Ryan, to hiring Kevin Stefanski and all of that comes with that, to Kyle Pitts, to the for a team that said that they were going to bring somebody in with a plan. It seems like the plan is super secret because nobody knows what they're doing. And to add to, I didn't even get to this point. Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest because I'm a little frustrated. But shout out to Caleb McGarry. He retires out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere. He was hurt. He was hurt all last year, and then he re-aggravated his injury, his knee injury, and apparently it is not getting better. So he retires.
this is on the heels of us losing Drew Dalman last year.
We just lost our third string offensive tackle in free agency because the first two were hurt. Who called us a shit show, by the way?
And it's like and these guys aren't terrible. Like, we develop them, we get them to where they solid, and then here we are looking again. With that being said, there is a financial implication here. We save $11 million in 2026 and 14 in 2027. That 2027 number is very important. Well, the 2026 number is important because it's right now. The 2027 number that's when we actually get, basically, our books are clean, but also when we need to pay Bijan and Drake and potentially Kyle Pitts
and everybody else. What you say? So no,
I'm going to take that as a sign of disrespect. We don't have a first round pick. You know that.
We don't have a first round pick, chump. But what that does do so shout out, we do get the financial implications what we needed. What that does do is force us to sign Juwan Taylor, who is known for being the guy that almost or false starts the most that we remember. It seems like he either has the snap count down to the millisecond, or he false starts almost every time and they just don't call it. One or the other. Turn it. My bad.
So be
one or the other. How much better is he than Elijah Wilkinson?
I don't know.
Nobody does. That's my point.
I
don't know what this does. This does change our draft process, our draft thought. This changes our draft thought because now offensive tackle was probably, if you look at order of importance, you probably think receiver, maybe cornerback, defensive tackle. I think offensive tackle was probably further down the list. Maybe offensive tackle was third or fourth. Now that's number one because he's the blind side protector.
Okay, so
you got two left-handed quarterbacks.
This is the thing that I will say about this. For us, you're right. But if you've been in that organization, then you should have known the rehab wasn't going great. This should have always been a place where you should have been paying attention. For us, you're right. We don't have enough information. We're not in Flowery Branch. But if y'all did not know that, and I think that they did because of the quickness which they went and got Juwan. Like, it was, oh, hey, retire, congratulations. We got Juwan Taylor the next hour.
Yeah.
So I think that they potentially already said, hey, man, we had a contingency plan in place for this because he's been working out with us and it ain't getting better.
I do think that he's going to sign I think we're going to draft a O lineman. And Sneaky did say that O lineman peaks in second round. I don't know. Depends on how it falls. You know, normally you're going to get a run or something. It'll be a run of wide receivers. There's not many in this draft. So you'll probably get a run on defense in the first round. I could see us getting like an Isaiah World from Oregon or some of those. I don't know how to say his name, from Texas A&M. I could see us getting a few of those guys, and then maybe having them behind Jawan Taylor. But this does drastically change our draft process to me. I mean, at least
for you and I. But if they ain't been doing this, then you need to be fired.
Yeah, well, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. With that being said, that's all I have for football. You got anything? That's all I have for football. We are going to take a quick break, a drink break. Well, I'm gonna come back with a drink. No, maybe not. And we're gonna talk about these Atlanta teams. Atlanta Dream and the Atlanta Hawks, division champs, baby.
It is a good feeling to have hope. I think that the majority of teams you look at right now, you can say, you know what? We at least have hope. And hope is nice.
Yes.
With that being said, we shall return. So I'm thinking here. Probably come back with a little tequila.
Tequila.
And I must come back with old school brewski. Got a couple beers.
I got the brewski for me.
All right, so we will return. Hey, y'all go. Hey, open your refrigerator. Go get you a brew. Your boy turning 40 tomorrow.
Enjoy.
We'll be right back.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with our basketball segment of episode 227 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. Our Atlanta version, we'll do NBA after our second drink break. But we're gonna do this Atlanta Dream, Atlanta Hawks talk. And this is where Norwood will take over. I had my little spiel about the Atlanta Falcons. If you're listening to the playback, please go back and listen to the mic check. Really good conversation there about the Braves and also some golf talk as well. Norwood, where you want to start, brother?
We are going to start with the back too. We are going to shout out Big Kev, K Money, aka Simon Says. We're going to start out with the ladies first. We are going to then progress into your Atlanta Hawks. So, new information. Your Atlanta Dream have just drafted Medina Okot, 6'6" center from South Carolina. She averaged 12 points, 10 rebounds, and shot 61% from the field last year. I think
she was actually the go-to player, if I'm not mistaken.
I see that the Atlanta Dream have focused on size. Number one, shout out to Medina. Welcome to Atlanta. We are here to try to win championships. This is on the heels of last week when we acquired Angel Reese. This is potentially what our starting lineup will look like of Jordan Canada, Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, Brianna Jones, and Angel Reese. We are putting together a team that is trying to win a championship. Unfortunately, and I think especially with this pick, this was the Brittany Griner replacement. We lost Brittany Griner last week. I think she went to the Connecticut Sun, if I remember correctly, who will soon become the Houston Comets again. But yes, Brittany Griner is no longer here, and Medina Okot, for all intents and purposes, seems to be the replacement. This is a very exciting roster for a team that played better than they were expected to last year and now are in the place where they believe that we can compete for a championship. It is exciting for Atlanta basketball in the city, women's and College Park.
Yeah. Okot gives us a lot. That is the Brittany Griner replacement. I forgot she signed with Connecticut/Houston. We already, with Pow, Gray, Ryan Howard, we have players that can shoot, players that can create off the dribble with Ryan. And then we have the front court. And then we have Angel Reese, aka Danielle Rodman, is what I'm gonna call her, because she just absolutely eats up all the rebounds off the glass. So um, we cover almost all the bases. I think we probably need a little bit deeper bench. I know we got Okada and Pow Pow, but I don't know who we have after that. But they are having a hell of an offseason.
Yes. Also, quick update on the WNBA draft. Azizi Fudd was drafted first from Utah. She is joining her girlfriend, Paige Buckers, at the Dallas Wings. That is a hell of a tandem. You have Olivia Miles at TCU.
No longer together.
Well, that's not what that's it. Our fam time. It was drafted third. Lauren Betts fourth. UCLA had 3 in a row. Lauren Betts, Gabriela Jaquez, who is Jaime Jaquez's sister, and Kiki Rice. Flage was drafted 8th to the Golden State Valkyries. Raven Johnson, who I was hoping was going to fall to us, was drafted 10th to the Indiana Fever. And if you remember who the Indiana Fever have, they already have Aaliyah Boston. They already have Caitlin Clark. Now they have Raven Crockpot Johnson. That is another team to keep your head on a swivel about. They're going to be good, and
defense
they're trying
and a lot of shooting.
They are trying to win a championship. Number one, congratulations to all the ladies who are drafted. Also, congratulations to Angel Reese being traded to Atlanta. And finally, congratulations on y'all getting paid.
Man, all of these contracts. So this is what happens when everybody's on one accord in your players association, in your union. Not just the players, the agents. As Norwood said, all of the agents decided along with the players that we just won't sign.
We ain't going.
And they didn't sign a contract, and they waited. And then when you work with Nafisa Collier and you have proof of concept, that gave them more leverage, and they finally got it done. And now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people with contracts over $1 million. And this is including Asia Wilson. This doesn't include Kylie, what's her name, that just signed with the Los Angeles Sparks for 1 year, $999,000. Kelsey Plum. That include her because she decided to take $1 less than $1 million. Right. So it's like the fact that they all stood 10 toes down, and now Alicia Gray, and shout out to Atlanta Dream, Alicia Gray,
spent that money.
Tillman,
spend the money.
Jordan Canada, you spend and sign all of those players. So now when you add Angel Reese and now you get Ryan Howard, and I think we've actually signed Ryan Howard too. Now you've signed everybody. Now we can just develop chemistry. This is a power move, Shawty, by not just the Atlanta Dream, but the WNBA.
The Atlanta Dream, who, I mean, let's be real here. A couple years ago, our team was whooping people's ass next to food trucks. We've come a long way. Whew. They have rebuilt this entire team. I've been a fan for a long time. I've seen the good and I've seen the bad. And I appreciate, y'all know, one of the things that I always say is watch a team, how they spend money. That will tell you if they're really trying to win. And for the Atlanta Dream to have 3 people over $1 million says that this team is serious.
Yeah.
Spend that money.
Yeah. And making the trades that they did. I like
committed to trying to win.
Speaking
of committed to trying to win. Yeah, you already know it, baby. You already know it. And I'm going to bring this up, and it don't matter. We're going to cover these games from last week. And then after we cover the games, we're going to have a season wrap up. But we did lose to the New York Knicks 108-105 last week. We were trying to win all of these games because we knew we needed at least one in order for us to not. We were trying to do everything plausible, possible, and within reason to get out of the play-in. We are tired of being in the play-in invitational. We would like to, now that we're out, leave the play-in invitational, make that the Miami Heat play-in invitational. They are still there, and we are not. So we're gonna let them have that. This was
Florida Invitational is what you call it.
yes. Well,
The Florida Classic.
that's disrespectful, and I like it. This was a hell of a game. For the vast majority of the game, we did a pretty good job on Jalen Brunson. He ended up with going 11 and 26 for 30 points, which in hindsight is perfectly fine. Now, 13 assists and 3 turnovers is a little rough. Mikal Bridges, 15 points. Josh Hart, 2 points in 31 minutes. I'll take it every time. Karl Anthony Towns, 21 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists was a lot for us. And OG Anunoby, 22 points on 14 shots. He played well too. And this is the game that CJ almost hit the 3-pointer at the end of the game for us to almost win.
Fingertip away.
That
fingertip.
That we didn't play to win this game. I did not love, and I have not loved Quinn's rotation. I don't see there's any world where Tony Bradley should be playing above Christian Coloco, but it seems like that's beyond me. If you're gonna play Tony Bradley, I'd rather you just play Mohammed Gay, to be completely honest. In this game, Nikhil had 36 points on 19 shots. Jalen had an okay game, 21 points, but it was on 19 shots, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 turnovers. Can't have that. Okongwu, 12 and 8, and Dyson Daniels, 11 and 12, but only 3 assists.
Yeah. So this game was starter heavy. If you look at the minutes, Jalen Johnson.
This is a playoff game. So this is a playoff rotation game.
Nikhil Alexander Walker, 39, Dyson Daniels, 38, CJ, 35, because he's 34 years old, and then Okongwu, 37. Okay, even Kuminga played 22, and he didn't have the greatest game. But to me, this game was lost because he kept playing Kuminga and Jalen we were going small, and they went with Cat and Mitchell Robinson, and they did that, and they just destroyed us. And the stats don't even say it, because if you go back and look at the stats, they didn't really out-rebound us that crazily. But there was a period in the end of the third and beginning of the fourth that Mitchell Robinson just took over the game.
And every time we play against a double big, there will just be possessions where we might go 30 seconds. They may shoot the ball 4 or 5 times, get it, shoot it again, shoot it again, shoot it again. And we refuse to play Coloco for whatever reason. And then you play Tony Bradley, and he looked terrible. He looked like
he did. But as you get
he had no business playing either.
Yeah, he had just signed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
He had played, I think he had just signed his game, didn't he?
Yes.
This was his first game. He got signed at like 4:00, and then he showed up. He got signed at 4:00, y'all, and then he showed up at the game, and he was put in the game in the second quarter.
Like it. And he looked like that.
I was
like, y'all got a jersey for me? There you go. He didn't look like Jock Londale in his first game. Let me tell you, big difference.
No,
opposite ends of the spectrum. Let me tell you this.
But the thing about him is he's good at setting screens, and he's a Mitchell Robinson type guy, is what Quinn said. He's a guy that just is supposed to be energy, and he actually hit a 3 in another game. So I hopefully it works, but we could have won this game if we had an interesting rotation. A better rotation. But Quinn did say, well, we'll talk about it later. But Quinn did say something similar about it.
To be desired with that. I don't have no other way to say it, but I'm gonna let you rock because you're the coach. I'm gonna have to let you rock because you won 18 out of 21, all of those things. I am going to say I attribute a lot of this to his development. I attribute a lot of this to the players on the team. I do not attribute a lot of this to his strategy and rotation. I think that leaves a lot to be desired. And I'm not the only person that says that. Risa Shea playing 7 fucking minutes. For what? For what?
We'll go to the next one because he got a DNP in the next game. Remember?
Yeah. This was another team that's a double big team that is going to consistently be a problem for us. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen at the same time. We don't have that size to contend with that. And if you're going to do that, then you're going to have to play one of the unconventional lineups, which is where you're going to have to play Jalen Johnson potentially at the 3. Maybe you put Reese Shea at the 2 for a minute so we can just be bigger than them everywhere other than the 4 and the 5. Okongwu, better game, scoring 18 points, 5 rebounds. Jalen Johnson, only 12 points, 4 of 16, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. CJ McCollum, rough game, 12 points. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, 10 of 19. Dyson Daniels, 12, 7, and 6, kind of his normal self. Jonathan Kuminga, 24 points, 6 rebounds. Muhammad Gay, 3 points, but five rebounds. He did the best he could. Gabe gave us 10 points. Corey Kispert gave us nothing in 7 minutes. This is what I'm going to say about that in that 7 fucking minutes. If you want to be the mystical wizard motherfucker who says, well, I'm going to play Corey Kispert, he better not do this bullshit. He better not pull out the fucking Tony Snell. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Then you telling me that the number 1 pick from last year, you couldn't at least got him to do that? And he plays way better defense.
So wait, hold on. All right. So
My bad. I'm mad about that. I'm mad about that.
I've been doing a little investigating.
I heard about that.
Quinn said that Risha Shea had an ankle, and that's why he played Kispert. I don't believe it.
Fine him.
Because
not on the injury report.
Not on the injury report, and he only played like 6 minutes, 7 minutes the game before. It was in New York, and we needed the size. So pause if necessary. So I don't know if he was hurt. He ended up playing next in the other game, but Jalen Johnson, I think I texted you. I said this is a tough game for Jalen. I said he is frustrated. He got frustrated early. Evan Mobley is he's good. He's good.
The thing about, I think that Jalen Johnson is significantly better than Evan Mobley, but Evan Mobley is a good matchup for Jalen Johnson, especially if you're going to play a small center. That means you're going to have a big center in Jared Allen and a big 4, which means that we should be try to play big everywhere else so we can kind of create some level of mismatch. But we don't.
Yeah. No.
You got to play something back to where there's an opportunity. I don't like this lineup, and I don't know what to do other than call it stupid. Quinn, when you say that you have a player that is hurt, but you don't put him on the injury listing, that means you're lying and you told on yourself. I did it. And we can see it. So either you dumb or you dumb. And I don't want to. You would have been better off. Because now you can be fined. You get the team fined for this. It's illegal to not submit your injuries. You're telling us that you did not submit the injuries.
Well, you don't know when he injured it. He could have injured it in warmups.
No, you can still say he ain't gonna be the first player to get hurt in warmups. You still submit the injury.
You can submit the injury report before.
Yes, and you can update the injury report. Such and such tripped or fell, whatever happened. People update injuries from people being hurt in warmups all the time. You just didn't do it.
I mean,
that Dallas Cowboys notorious, or is that the Carolina Panthers who had the people who kept getting hurt in warmups? But
Indianapolis Colts when Buddy got knocked out by the tight
oh,
end.
right, and Anthony Richardson and the sports band that broke his orbital bone. Correct. So people do get hurt in warm-ups, and you submit it. You saying that, and then I hate to have to use the word dumb, but it's like it's the same thing. My parents would. Do you think that makes sense? So you're just gonna tell us that you didn't do it? You think that's gonna make it any better?
Well, so what I've heard about, he's offering explanation, which he doesn't normally do. He said, if you listen to what he said a few times, when it comes to the rotations, he said basically this last week he used to figure out a way to try different rotations is what he's been doing the last 2 weeks. He said that when post game. So while I say the injury report thing was dumb, I can't defend that. But his unique rotations
It's
right now,
indefensible.
his unique rotations right now, I'm attribute to him trying to figure out the best playoff rotation. I hope.
I also, and if I'm gonna call you dumb, I'm gonna also give you credit where I think he might be being smart. I think he's being coy. I don't think that he wants to give up what he plans to do in the playoff against either team that we could have potentially played. We was either gonna get the Cavs or the Knicks. I can't give y'all my space. I mean, we play hard. I can't give you my space that early. And that was one of the things that I was concerned about going into this was how hard do you try to win these games in order to get into the play-in and potentially expose what your game plan is? Because you're unfortunately in a situation where you have to play your last 4 games are one of the opponents you will play in the playoffs. Are these games more important than holding out what you believe is your best strategy for the playoffs? And
I mean,
it depends on what we look like in the playoffs. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Well, that's a good point. You would assume that you were going to win one of these 4 games. You only need we said 2 weeks ago that getting to 46 was probably going to keep you out of the play-in, and we ended up being right. So I think you knew, one, you're playing coy. I think that's a good point. But 2, you knew that you were going to get one of these teams that didn't. You assumed the Cavs, and I think you brought that up before. The Cavs weren't going to try to win both games. And once you saw the Cavs strategy of, let's call a spade a spade. They wanted to duck the Celtics. They felt like they matched up better with the Pistons because of the style of play, which isn't a bad strategy, except for you gotta go deal with the Pistons. So you knew that they were going kind of probably
he back with both lungs.
So you knew you were gonna have
look at him over there breathing.
You knew you were gonna have to deal with a game where you weren't gonna have anybody. I think that takes you to the next game where we beat the Cavs at home, and they sat Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen, and we basically ran them off the court.
Let me tell you, it felt so good to be whooping the Cavs' ass and the Guardians' ass. I had to look down and see how many feet I had left.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I appreciate.
We won this game.
Yeah, there was no.
Appreciate the silence.
Yes. There was no Jared Allen in this game and no Donovan Mitchell in this game, and they're not better than us without those 2 guys.
James Harden came out firing, and then Dyson turned his water off. And Mo Gay is so athletic.
Yes. I ain't gonna say there was much to really talk about to this game. We knew that this was a game. As long as we played our brand of basketball, we're gonna go out there and get it done against this team without 2 of their top 4 players. Appreciate the Cavs doing the needful.
We got it over early. That's what I like.
Yeah,
it was over with midway through the third. James Harden only played 25 minutes. Got him out of there.
Appreciate it. We ain't gonna belabor the point on this one. And then finally, we played the Miami Heat with a bunch of guys who you did not know were in the league. All the guys from College Park. We finally got a Ray J. Dennis sighting, which he honestly didn't look that terrible. What's my other boy who I had never seen play before? Number 51. Y'all know when I don't know the guy.
Gilbert.
Yes.
We brought him in from he came in the Washington trade and we sent him immediately to the G League.
He got in. Everybody played. We weren't trying to win. It was good to see Ricochet get out there and be a good basketball player. Corey Kispert, we let him shoot everything he wanted to. It was kind of good to see guys who had not had an opportunity to kind of get out there and, I mean, for all intents and purposes, chuck it, shoot it. It was good to see Buddy. Buddy went for 31, 7 of 11 from 3
shots.
Right. I mean, not to be funny, but that might be the difference in somebody calling and saying, "Hey, man, what's good?" Even though I think, do we have Buddy on the contract next year?
Yeah, he's on the contract, but it's a minimal dead salary if we let him go.
I'm not against him being around for those, the extra. Ricochet had 11 points, 9 rebounds. Corey Kispert 21 points, 5 and 9 from 3. Asa Newell 17 and 11, and he was playing against Kyle Ware. Bam Adebayo. I think he flushed on Bam Adebayo.
Yes, he did.
That was, I ain't gonna say it's the most competitive, but that's kind of a game that he needed. And there's potential for him next year to be in the rotation. I think it might be tight on Mohamed Gay, or I think that Mohamed Gay should stay, but I think that he has a very specific role. Strangler. Cut him off, because he's still going to be better than Asa at defense, but you assume that Asa with a full offense. The offense, I think, has always been there. I think the defense and the weight is where he has the most opportunity for growth.
I think you paired it too. But yeah, not much to say about this game other than, you want to know what Koloko had? 4 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. You want to know what Tony Bradley had? 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, no blocks.
And if you watch him play, it is no way in the world you can look at Tony Bradley and think that he's a better basketball player than Koloko. But
now, Koloko does draw a lot of offensive fouls on illegal screens. And I think that Bradley, I mean, if you're going to play, we can't turn the ball over. Now, I'm just telling you what Quinn said. But what's disappointing here is Wallace is cool. Was it Keaton?
Keaton,
no,
yes.
It's not Keaton.
Yes,
Keaton.
yes.
He's cool. I would have loved to see Ray J. Dennis get more minutes. I like that Asa Newell played 40. He played 39.
I think that this was the long kiss goodbye to Keaton Wallace. You've been here a long time. You've been a good soldier. We appreciate everything that you've done for this team. There's just no longer a space for you, Keaton Wallace.
Yeah. And you also got some run for Newell, Ricochet, and Kispert to keep them fresh.
Right.
I guess Bradley too. You needed. I mean, if you're going, at this point, y'all gonna do it. So if you're gonna lean into Bradley over Koloko, you had to get it.
Then you got to play him. Yeah, you got to. I mean,
yeah.
He looked out of shape. He looked like he'd been playing church league. I ain't got no other way to put it.
Yes. Where's he gonna play? That boy showed up
down range.
That boy showed up. They called him, and he showed up the same day.
Right.
They called it not like Jock. At least Jock, they called you at night, and you got to drive there. They called him at 4 p.m. He showed up at 6.
Hey, I'm in the area. I'm around the corner. Honestly, what time y'all? What time?
I got my gym. I got my bag in the trunk. I got my gym bag.
Because he used to play for College Park. I still got all my stuff. It matched. But
Play
None of
commercial.
that matters.
That's all I want to say about that game.
Your 2026 Southeast Division champs. Your Atlanta Hawks won it. Now, I will say, do most people care about a division champ? No. Is this vitally important to the Atlanta Hawks? Yes. Number one, this begins a standard of winning. And winning your division is one of the best ways to keep your ass out of the play. Number two, we have had a fundamental change of who this team is from when the season began to where we are now. Joffrey was traded. Chris Kristaps Porzingis and his mysterious illness have been traded. In a season where we've seen the most tanking in NBA history, we avoided it, we flourished in it, and we survived a rotating cast of players. That says a lot as far as resilience. That says a lot. I will give Quinn the credit here. This is a hell of an adjustment. And you can see the chemistry starting to begin. It's very solid podcast where you can really get a chance to listen to CJ McCollum and Nikhil Alexander Walker talk on, I think it's the young man in the three now. But that was a really good conversation. And you can really see how CJ and Nikhil Alexander Walker influence and help lead this team. As Jalen is the face of the team, I think that CJ and Nikhil Alexander Walker are the veteran leaders of the team. And that takes pressure off of Jalen from having to lead to just, hey, I got to do my job. And I got competent guys who don't need to be all in the video to get it done.
Yeah. With the division championship, it sucks that division championships aren't big in the NBA because if you remember, I think it was when Paul Pierce was with like the Nets around that time, maybe it was Wizards. A team that was in a weaker division would get the number 4 seed because they used to do the division winners 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I think it might have been our division was so bad that I think Brooklyn had a better record than the team that won our division. And they would have had to come to us to play us on the road. And it was like, we won 10 more games than them. So ever since then, division championships don't matter to everybody else. But for us to be able to pivot from your franchise star that has been here for 8 years and took you further than anybody else in franchise history.
Go ahead. I'm finna get to that.
There's no reason for you to hate. There's no reason. But anyway, Trae Young was the face of the franchise that got you to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Further than we've ever been. And to pivot from him mid-season and not punt on this season, and for CJ McCollum to come in, as much as we lament Quinn Snyder for his rotations, as much as we lament them signing and not playing Koloko and signing, it worked. It worked. And shout out to Ansi. This is a testament to not only Quinn, but also the front office for making these decisions and being able to pivot and slow playing and not listening to everybody else who's saying you need to trade Young before the season. You need to trade. You're not going to get anything. You need to attach a first round pick to him. All the pundits that were saying all of those things, and you sat steady until you got what you needed. And for them to mesh, and I as much as I talk about Quinn, I'm not going to act like being able to get a team to mesh and
on the fly.
On the fly, and as CJ McCollum said in that young man in the 3 interview, he was like, this is the most detailed we've been. And to have a Brian Snicker Braves moment callback of mid-season closed door meeting and like, this is your role, this is what we need to do to be, and getting everybody to buy in, bruh, That's great as hell, man. And now we have everybody running scared. So shout out to us, division champs, man. Yeah, and we out to play in.
Yep. Now, here we go. Couple things. I told y'all, and I've been telling y'all that I'm sad that we had to lose so many good players in the process of understanding that Joffrey was not the answer. And by Joffrey, I'm talking about Rayford Trey Young II.
Trey.
I told y'all for season after season after season, he ain't it. Ain't never gonna be it. What is he gonna do? He gonna get people fired. Oh, Trey Young is a great three-point shooter. Let me tell you, who holds the Hawks season record for most threes? Nickeil Alexander-Walker. You know what's nice about Nickeil Alexander-Walker? His 241 threes. We don't have to watch him shoot a bunch of stupid threes from everywhere on the floor. It's fantastic. Y'all want to know what else? Hawks have the 9th most assists for a team in NBA history. Oh, what are y'all going to do when you don't have Trey scoring 31 and 12? This is what we're going to do. Division champs. Financially sound. No bad contracts. It's crazy what happens when you share the ball and you play as a team.
I think that the Pacers opened everybody's eyes.
I told y'all about that when they scored 160 points on us too.
I think the league, that plus the second apron, I think that they were just ahead of the game, and they figured out and how to play that, score a bunch of points, let everybody play defense, and figure it out from there. And Quinn was like, "That's how I want to play." That's what Quinn said. That's how I want to play. And you had to get Trey out of there because Jalen is too ball dominant for how that Quinn wants to play. Jalen is the initiator. That whole thing of getting down the court with 22 seconds left on the shot clock and either chucking a three or dribbling the ball until we run the pick and roll. We didn't have Capella no more. We didn't have a pick and roll guy other than Okongwu, who's now a almost 40% 3-point shooter. So at that point, and then Nickeil Alexander-Walker started like really, that's what really got Trey Young traded was Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Nickeil Alexander-Walker coming in and then scoring, he was good from like jump. As soon as he came in off the bench.
Efficiently.
And they were like, that's when you started counting. It was like, well, Trey don't want, well, we already got the perimeter defense. And now that Dyson, which is another great pivot from Quinn, is to make him play point guard, but then make him play the 5 on offense. Essentially, right? You got Okongwu, who is the 5, but you put him and you swap him and Okongwu since he was too scared to shoot at the time. So you put him in the paint, and now he's almost averaging a triple double
in the dunker
spot. 6'7".
I want to offer a little bit of pushback on Jalen being the facilitator, because one thing that Jalen still doesn't do is he don't hog the ball. The person who I hate that has the ball too long is Kuminga. Bruh, pass the ball. We don't want to see that. But the difference is everybody can do multiple things. When Trey is on the floor, if he don't have the ball in his hands, he is useless. He has no other value. The way that we play now, if you don't have the ball, you have a job. If you do have the ball, you have a job. And it makes it very difficult for you to key in and say, I'm going to stop who? You're going to stop Jalen when Jalen ain't a volume scorer in the first place. And all he's going to do is pass the ball. Now you're going to let Nickeil Alexander-Walker and CJ McCollum go digital on you. And then if you don't have a big who can step out, all you're going to do is let Okongwu stand at the top of the three and shoot threes. That drop coverage is dead. DEAD dead.
Yeah, and with Okongwu, you almost had to make a decision. Either you trade Okongwu for a traditional old school, well, I ain't say traditional now, an old school big, or
go back.
aggregate that money everywhere else, right?
That was the Clint
So,
Capella. That's the reason that Clint stayed with the Hawks so long is you got to have somebody get these rebounds when Trey shoot the ball from the logo.
or run the pick and roll. And now Trey has that in Washington. Is going to be interesting because the team that you really needed to build around Trey
They
in
did.
Washington,
They
they
did.
doing it. They doing it. So it was a win-win for everybody. But again, shout out to the front office for doing it. Shout out to Quinn. Shout out to you. Got to give you your props. Now I'm not gonna talk trash because I gotta wait till the playoffs are over.
No, you don't.
But yes, I do. Because
You
humbleness, you know me. Humbleness is when I succeed. When I start talking trash too early, my team gets embarrassed. We play the Knicks 3-6. We locked in the 6th seed. We got rest this week because we won the division. Let me tell you who needed the rest. Okongwu.
Yes. But hold on. Before we get into that, I do want to have a season closeout. I want to be very clear.
Let me scroll down. All right.
I think that this season has been a success, whether we beat the Knicks or not, to be the division champs, to end the season after All-Star the way that we did. We've done a great job. Is there more work to be done? Is there an opportunity that we can take? Absolutely. But I don't want to miss that because we got out of the fucking play-in. We've been in the play-in for so damn long. I don't want to take that for granted. I don't want to say it. And I know this division championship don't mean a lot to most people. I can tell you a few teams that it means a lot to. The Orlando Magic. Sorry, Sneaky. Mosley fired. He's out of there. And potentially Franz or Paulo.
I don't think it's Paulo, but I told y'all this was going to happen.
Probably gone. So, that's put them in a tight situation.
But I was right about that. I was like, bro, they supposed to be number 3 in the East.
Right. And Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo is visibly upset about continuously being in the play-in every year. 4 years in the play-in. Know y'all said whatever you said about Jimmy Butler and Pat Riley going back and forth. Jimmy Butler told y'all they not trying to make this team any better, but the expectation is for us to try to win a championship. How?
Bam to Vegas.
And I know that the Jimmy Golden State thing didn't work out the way, but you got to try something else. Jimmy was the one who said, "Hey, this is the plan. They not changing the plan. I want off this ship." And I think that if I'm Bam is in a unique situation because he's also in line to get paid a bunch of money. You might have Carmelo'd yourself. You took the money. You might be there to stay.
No, different. You thought that they would have built something better around him. I mean, he had Jimmy and they paid him. Carmelo had a chance to go play with Derrick Rose.
That is true.
He was free. He wasn't under contract. He was free, and he chose.
You're right.
But I get what you're saying.
But that's also I want people who don't. I know y'all don't nearly watch the numbers as much as I do, and that's the reason I'm here. I try to teach as much as I can. Taking the money is going to put your team in a financial strait. That's the reason that the Washington Wizards are an interesting team. Trey about to pick up that $50 million player option. Anthony Davis is in line to get paid a bunch of money, and they both want big extensions. Well, you pay them both. You have Alexander Sarr, who is going to be in line to get probably a max. I don't think he'll get to a super max because he probably won't be an all-star, but that is going to be another $50 million. That's $150 million a year between 3 guys. That don't leave a lot of money for nobody else.
Yeah. For me, wait, were you done? My bad.
Nope, I just wanted to salute to being division champs. My birthday tomorrow too, so I appreciate the Atlanta Hawks doing the needful, getting your boy straight pre-birthday. But
Yeah.
if we don't win anything else, I'm happy.
Yeah. For me, end of the season, I want to say this because I have a love-hate with this city. My family is from out there, from Louisiana. I go there multiple times a year. I love the food. I love the people. I love the city of New Orleans. But I hate the Saints and I hate the fans and I hate you. I hate you. I don't know any other way to say it. I hate you.
So does
Saints.
it bring you joy to rob them blind?
Let me tell you, shout out to you, New Orleans Pelicans. With you out, we would not have been here. Let me tell you, Nikhil Alexander Walker, you were a Pelican. Dyson Daniels, you came on over in the trade. Shout out to you, DeJounte. You helped us out even when we didn't do right by you. CJ McCollum, former Pelican. And you gave us the pick. Let me tell you, we wouldn't be here without you.
Y'all need to check on Joe Dumars.
Shout out to you. Yeah, Joe Dumars. Shout out to Joe Dumars specifically. I got two things, and then I will, and one of them's gonna be a question. I was gonna usher in another conversation. First one. If I'm Zachary Ricochet and they just, as we talked about before, they're not gonna get rid of him. Y'all think they're gonna trade him unless he's used for like a Giannis type trade. He's not going anywhere. I become joined at the hip with CJ McCollum. That is your role, Ricochet. Work on your handle, work on your shot off the dribble. At 6'9", if you can work on your handle, because you don't have to be a great passer. CJ's not a great passer. You don't have to, even though he's gotten better in this system, you don't have to be a great passer. But your role, because Kispert is the shooter, right? You're good at defense, but if you can shoot off the dribble and just do half of what CJ does, that's your role. So I want to see Ricochet work with CJ and just work on his shot off the dribble. And I believe in Quinn because we've seen the development of literally everybody on the team since he's gotten here.
I like that, but I think that his best spot for growth, ball handling. If he can become a better ball handler, then everything else will become a little bit easier. Right now, his handle is loose. He's kind of lightweight, so if you bump him, he'll let it go. Because Dyson can't shoot either, but Dyson can play defense. And Dyson can rebound. And Dyson hustles. But one thing that we got really lucky at is Dyson was quietly a real point guard the whole time. There's nobody on you can't speed him up, you can't push him, you can't sweat him. Like, he's better in the trap than even Trey because of his size. He's not the passer that Trey is by any stretch of the imagination. I would never say that. But you can't bully him like you could with a smaller guard. And if you're too slow, he will go past you. So
he's actually faster than most. He's faster than most.
He's faster and bigger and stronger. And he's starting to figure it out. And he's also a murderer. One thing about him, Dyson is always wanting to smoke, and he got that finger right there. Not him. It's him I'm talking to. I ain't talking to the rest of you. Him. And I think the same thing here with Ricochet, man. If you could tighten that handle up, why can't he just be another guard in the rotation? It's 6'9".
At 6'9". That's why I said, because he can get his shot. He really can get a shot over anybody. I know CJ is going to be 35, but CJ has the reason I say that is because CJ has expressed I want to stay in Atlanta, and I think mentorship and development is a way for him to stay in Atlanta, as well as continue to be CJ off the bench. But age is going to catch up. But if they see you developing, it's kind of like the Andre Iguodala. If they see you developing Andrew Wiggins to be able to win a championship, then yeah.
I think
agree,
that he also understands that. I mean, I think that Atlanta's a place where you probably get a pretty good job after this too, if you want it.
Prime Studios, yeah.
No, I'm talking
Second
about
thing.
Kyle Korver role type of thing.
Oh, front off. I mean, he does have it because he has the
Former,
player
former
PA
Players Association
president.
president. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does the one. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Um, and then secondly, this is in the regular season, right? All right. Yeah,
Yes.
it's here. Jalen and Nikhil Alexander Walker. Jalen Johnson or Nikhil Alexander Walker for most improved player of the year.
It is not even close. Nikhil Alexander Walker is the guy who has improved the most in one season. Jalen Johnson was very good, but we saw not the same numbers, but very similar numbers last year. Nikhil Alexander Walker is a $14 million player that's probably worth $30 million. If he played like this last season, he is having a completely different contract discussion. Nikhil Alexander Walker is a slam dunk home run. At this point, one of the best Atlanta Hawks transactions in the last 10 years. Maybe the best. I would have to go back and look, but I don't know of the last time you got a guy who averaged 9 last year and now averages 20. I don't got any of those that come to transaction. Not a guy you drafted, but a guy who you acquired.
Oh, I'm sure there's some in there, but yeah, I mean, his points per game, his points per game is what really improved. I think, but I mean, Jalen improved in literally every category: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals. Like he improved in every single category. I'm not taking away from Nikhil Alexander Walker, and I think because of his late season surge, right, where he's 34 on 19 shots or whatever, that pretty much has gotten him most improved player because Jalen Johnson is all-star. So, I mean, you kind of knew he was going to be good last year until he hurt his shoulder. And Nikhil Alexander Walker's an Iron Man, too.
This is more for Jalen. We knew he was good last year. I remember telling some of my other friends, hey, Trey's not the best player on this team. Oh, you stupid. You don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, we knew that. I don't think everybody knew he was going to be this good.
That's what I'm saying is you knew that Jalen was going to be this good this year if he played the amount of games that he needed to, because his game is already there. He averaged 18. He averaged 19. So now he averages 23. So he goes up 3. Assists, he goes from 5 to 8.
3.
3.
Yeah.
And
rebounds?
And rebounds, he went from 10 to 10.3.
Okay, so I only went up to 0.3 there. I mean, he's averaging 10.
Right. But he plays the whole season. So now he's the top rebounding 4 in the NBA. Where when he was averaging 10, nobody knew. But now he did it for the whole season. It's like, oh, this kid, Jalen Johnson, is really good. Like, unbelievably good. And one of the best contracts in the NBA, too.
Yeah, $30 million a year. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Nikhil Alexander Walker is just mind-blowing.
I'm leaning towards Nikhil Alexander Walker because of the end of the season. I think Jalen has played well, but I think while teams have keyed in on Jalen, Nikhil Alexander Walker and Dyson Daniels have,
and CJ McCollum.
I would say not Dyson, it's CJ McCollum. Nikhil Alexander Walker and CJ McCollum have made everybody else scared because you can't take away. You could take away, I ain't gonna say take away Brunson. You can take away maybe either Cat or Brunson, and it's gonna be hard for a bunch of other players to come in. Or, for example, you take away Mitchell, Evan Mobley is iffy. We got 4 players that can score now because you brought in CJ and now Nikhil Alexander Walker takes the lead. So, yeah.
And I think
I'm going nil.
No. And I think even for Jalen, like this is best case scenario for Jalen. I have 2 guys who have kind of made their way around the NBA. Both don't have a bunch of ego. Especially Nikhil Alexander Walker is a guy who plays a bunch of games. He don't need all of the shine. He also plays really good defense. And he played for 3 teams in 3 years. So he ain't coming in overly like feeling himself. He understands what it takes to be a pro every day and do that consistently. And I think that that's rubbed off on some of these other guys. Like, hey, if I just do my job and do it consistently, I could be like Nikhil. And Nikhil, this is his first year being like this. If it ain't a shot, you know how many games was given to Nikhil?
Yes. And I think that, and like I said, that's what got Trey traded, because they started Trey got hurt. Jalen played and he did what is like, dang, we still averaging like 120 points. And then it was like Nikhil's hitting clutch shots. We didn't have CJ. Nikhil's hitting clutch shots. And then there was Dyson Daniels got a triple double. It's like, well, so yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'll go with Nikhil Alexander Walker. I'll go with Nikhil.
All right.
Here we go. 6 seed.
We play the very first game, April 18th at 5 o'clock on Prime Video. New York Knicks against the Atlanta Hawks. They are the 3 seed, second most expensive team in the NBA. And we are the 6 seed, and we are not in the luxury tax. Funny story. Tale of two cities. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I'm gonna say something that I don't think that y'all expect me to say. Damn, I wish Trey was back. It would have been nice.
Yeah.
Trey versus Knicks. I'm gonna give you that. It's entertaining. But outside of that, I do think that this is a team that I think that we match up if they start this lineup specifically of Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns versus CJ, Nikhil, Dyson, Jalen, and Okongwu.
They can't do this. You can't. Josh Hart is food if you put him out there in this lineup. I'm looking, because I'm trying to either you put Josh or Jalen Brunson. One of them on defense is cooked. And if you put Josh Hart out there, now I just put CJ McCollum on you. Now I leave the rest of my defenders to play everybody else. We match up very well against them. This is it's interesting what the lineups will be for sure. Because you would want them to lean into, if I were the Knicks, I would lean into the size for me, pause if necessary. Like I would Mitchell Robinson would have as 30 minutes a game. Like him and Cat would be out there. And Josh Hart, you just gonna have to come off the bench and be Mr. Energy guy. That's what you're gonna have to be. But when you do that, you in trouble.
So I'm gonna tell you, my biggest concern is the same thing that you spoke about there, the size. Now, there are a couple things that we can do potentially to combat the size. The first thing that matters more than anything doesn't have to do with offense or defense. Quinn, do not shorten this fucking lineup. Play every spade you have. If somebody is cooking, it better be Dyson or Moge. Don't get cute and try to cycle around. No, Dyson or Moge. Somebody who can immediately end it. You are the underdog. You have to play to win these games. I know that lineups get short. That don't matter. We got 10 good guys to play. You need to play the 10 guys if that's what it takes to win. Do not throw Ricochet out. Number one, you're playing with house money. Second of all, he has to get the experience. It is of the utmost importance. I'm gonna let you go a little bit before I get to going too far.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go. Okay, yeah. So for me, for rotations, I gotta get the Landale update. I don't know. I'm assuming he'll be available. It was why it was important to get out to play in. But I want to see what we're gonna do. Obviously, we're gonna go with, was it Bradley? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're gonna go with him. So I'm trying to see, are we still gonna, Quinn cut it the last 3 games. He cut the rotation down to 9. So
That
is
was
that
not
what
wise
he's
in my
gonna
opinion.
do? If he cuts the rotation down to 9, in my opinion, we're playing into the Knicks' hands. So
I
I
agree.
don't want that to happen. So I'll be paying attention, and I want to see how we play with Kuminga, because I think Kuminga could be inserted in this lineup, not in the starting lineup, but when CJ goes out or somebody else goes out, and Kuminga could be an issue. But that's another point. I'm interested for the rotations, and I want to know what Landale's update is. And if Landale's healthy, how do you play Bradley at all? Because Bradley is supposed to be the screener, and apparently he can shoot threes now. So I didn't know that. But
I don't know what to read into this. Jock Landale is currently not on the injury report at all.
oh, so they just slow played it.
But we know Quinn be lying. You take that and you do whatever you want to with it.
So
Rotation.
offense. Oh, go ahead.
The other part is Jonathan Kuminga. This is your opportunity to do a lot of things here. This is your opportunity to prove that you belong on this team. This is an opportunity for you to stick it to Steve Kerr. If you can help us win a series as the underdog, it will go great to repairing what reputation you have. Quinn, also play him. And I mean, if you have to, Reese Shea and Jalen Johnson and a Kungwu at the same time, do not be afraid to play lineups that most of the NBA is not willing to do. You're playing with house money.
I ain't gonna say that because that gives him too much autonomy to fuck up. But I will say you walk right into a point here when it came to the rotations, is that the bench is a key. The bench and how you play the bench is key.
Our bench is
Kuminga
better
has
than
to play
theirs.
exactly. Well, in the game we just lost, they weren't. Kuminga has to play big off the bench. Gabe Vincent, you, sir, have come along. You've played well. You can't get outplayed by Deuce McBride. We need you at least at
Or
0.
Jose Alvarado.
Well, they can jump you, so I get it. But yeah, but you can't let Deuce McBride come in and outshoot you.
Alvarado is going to be trying to do it for the city of New York. One thing I do like about that kid, he loves his home, and he trying to put on for everybody. And I think he wants to stay a Knick too. So I think that you got to watch guys who are committed to getting it done by any means necessary.
Yep. And Ricochet, I need him to shoot about 35% from 3 if he gets an opportunity. Because his ability to hustle, he's going to give everybody on that bench hell, because he's taller than literally everybody on their bench except for Diawara, I believe. And they didn't even play him against us. So, and Mitchell Robinson. So, Zachary Ricochet, who is a very good rebounding wing, is going to have to be able to hit the open 3, because that's how you get on the field.
And Quinn, do not play that kid. Play him. Him and Kuminga and Landale.
They actually like playing with each other. Pausing this here.
Because when they because Ricochet and Mikal Bridges are kind of similar to me. I wish both of you guys scored a little bit more, but you play good defense. You don't really get crushed. You're a good size player, so you're switchable, and you're the 4th option, bro. You ain't got to shoot that many shots. Just do your job, but on defense. And defense and the boards is where you can make your money. The shooting will come and go. You got guys who can get the buckets. You need to do all the extras. Gabe, all the extras. Kuminga, all the extras. Pass the ball. You ain't got it. Move it. Prove to people that you are more than dribble, 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 go to the hole, throw it up, and hope it goes in. Hey, if they do put Mitchell Robinson, Tony Bradley, get your ass in there. You got 6 fouls. Send Mitchell Robinson to the line. He ain't gonna make them.
50%, and that's career high. Hey man, I guess we got offense and defense. What do you offensive keys? What you got?
Defense, play y'all game. Play the game. Y'all are. This is what I've been saying for the past few years. I know the personality saying there is a good defensive team on this Atlanta Hawks team. Just play good defense. Quinn, help these guys out. Don't let them get crushed by size. You can't let that happen. Quinn, you have to put a big body out there when they put a big body out there. Don't get cute and try to think that we just going to outscore them unless we up by 20. But if we not up by 20, then put Londale in the game or put Bradley in the game. But don't leave because Jalen's going to struggle then. And you need him to number one, gain some confidence. And you need him to see some shit go in. Help him out. Help your best player out.
Yeah, defensively for me, you know that Brunson and Cat are going to have a high 2-man usage. At the end of the day, the playoffs, everything tightens up. So there's no more like experimenting with rotations, as Quinn said, or we're going to try to run 5 out as a Knicks just to see if we could do it. No, all that's over with. Bread and butter is Jalen Brunson, Cat, and then everybody else get in and hit the open shot, or OG Anunoby goes to the hole and gets fouled. That's how they play. You know that's going to be it. So you have to defend without fouling. Cat is going to give you 4-5 fouls a game. If you cannot foul him and keep him frustrated, he's going to foul out. That's what Cat does for now. So in Brunson, if you make him work on defense, he's going to tire out on offense. But you know Brunson paces himself for the fourth quarter. He did it to his last game.
Absolutely.
So you got to stop him. And so stop fouling Brunson and Cat. Jalen Johnson, not Brunson. We ain't worry about New York no more. Jalen. No more defensive lapses. Or minimal defensive lapses. I'm not going to say no more because you're not perfect. Minimal defensive lapses, bro. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dyson, even CJ and Gabe be out there hounding the defense above the free throw line. We need you to make sure that you watch the backdoor cut along the baseline. That's what we need you, Jalen. If you can do that, I think we have a really strong way of shutting them down on defense.
You are good enough to be a superstar. I want to make that very clear. I think that you're an all NBA player, probably second or third team. I don't care. Put them where you want to. But if you really want to be taken seriously, you want to take that next step and be like, damn, he's a problem. You're going to have to become that secondary rim protector. Okongwu is undersized, but he makes the job easier for you because when you need to get to the paint, Okongwu can step out. You got to help him. You got to look like a legitimate defender. You can't fall asleep. None of that. You have to lock in and prove to the world I am as good as advertised. And you're going to have to do it against Karl Anthony Towns. But the thing about Karl Anthony Towns is he is talented, but you can't get into his head. And if you get into his head, you can beat him.
And he don't want to be a big man. So,
and you as strong as him now. Jalen, you and Karl Anthony Towns, he's soft. Charming. If you're not soft, then let it.
Offensively, you said ball movement. For me, it's like Killer Mike's song, run, 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 run. We have to get out and make them. Mitchell Robinson is really, really energetic, and he knows he's going to play 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes at the most. So he's going to give you 150%. The way that you stop that is you run and run and run. Force him to run, force him to be tired. because then you're gonna bring Cat in the game, and Cat ain't gonna run as much. That's not his thing. Not saying he's out of shape, but
He wants
gonna
half
run.
court Brunson
Slow
cat
pace.
ball. Right.
If you can make it fast, it's tough. And they really haven't done anything to mitigate that problem from last year with the Pacers when the Pacers ran. So the blueprint is there. You already said ball.
The issue is if you don't do that, they are really good at half court defense. Josh Hart flies around, OG flies around, Mikal flies around, Karl Anthony Towns is tall and he rebounds well, and then you got Mitchell Robinson. We get into half court, we have to set up every time. They let them get their defense set. It's going to be infinitely more stressful. And as good as our offense can be, it ain't built for that.
No. You said also ball movement, which you touched on that before, is key. I'm gonna say the boards. We can't allow these four rebound possessions. We can't allow these. That's how I think how they ran the clock out. You can't against Boston. We lost where they got the offensive rebound 4 times in a row and took off 2 minutes off the clock.
It's deflating. It's deflating. And the guys out there, you can see their will be stripped away from them after the second rebound turns into the third rebound, into the fourth rebound. I've been playing defense for a minute and a half, and we ain't moved. I'm dying. But that's also, Quinn, you're going to have to put guys out there who can rebound and help other guys.
Yeah.
The starting lineup Quinn, is Jalen and Dyson and a little bit of a Kungwu. But your second best rebounder is Dyson Daniels, and very well might be your best rebounder on a lot of nights. He's good, but that's not a strategy. That's not a winning strategy either.
Not against the Knicks. We could do that maybe against Toronto.
Correct.
We can't do that against the Knicks. Not gonna happen. But that's okay. So what you saying? Hawks and what? Hawks and
6.
If we win game 1, Hawks and 5. If we win game 1, Hawks and 5.
Game 1 is, Quinn, once again, play all of your spades. Don't save no bullets for game 2. Don't save no bullets for game 3. Shoot every gun, bullet, hand grenade, flamethrower, whatever you got, use it. People call you an offensive genius. Cook up.
Yeah.
If you got to do some ayahuasca and go sit in a dark room for the next 5 days like Aaron Rodgers and come out as a new person, do it. Quinn, also, this will be a very big win for you. You kind of struggled in Utah over getting over the hump. If you were to take this Atlanta Hawks team and beat the Knicks in the first round, it would be good for you. The other part is we actually match up physically with the Celtics 1-for-1. This would be a really good opportunity for you to solidify yourself and prove to people what they think about you. CJ McCollum, you ain't got too many more runs at it. Make it a good one.
Yeah. But I think that's the end of the Hawks talk.
Kev, what you got? No, we're not going to let Kev slide just because he in the back. What you got? Put it in the chat. The people need to see it.
I was like, wait, what are you?
Kevin is the Glenn Humplick of the Splashcast. And if y'all
you don't ever speak in layman's terms.
If y'all don't remember the Tom Green show, y'all remember Glenn Humplick in the back who always used to drink the coffee.
I remember Tom Green. Oh, Kev said Hawks in 7.
All right. And it's funny that we gotta get Kev a mic one of these days. But I think that it is only right for us to talk about Kevin's favorite guy. Oh, nope, we won't. It's a precursor. We should go get some drinks and then come back and do that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I'm out of beer.
I am too. And yeah, go ahead and prepare your hearts and minds for us to talk about Doc Rivers. We finna talk some shit. That's what we finna do. We finna dog Doc Rivers out.
I'm not. I'm a dog the Bucks out. I ain't dogging Doc Rivers out. He told y'all not to hire him.
And then took the money anyway.
Why
got
not?
Got their bread, got their head, then leave. Peace out. All right, we coming back, refueled and refreshed really quick. Go to the fridge. We bite.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with our final segment of episode 227 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. Our NBA news around the league, play-in preview. But before we get to that, y'all got y'all stories ready. Y'all got y'all popcorn ready for your stories, your ginger ale and saltine crackers that you used to have to eat when you sat with your grandma when you watch As the World Turns. It's based in Milwaukee now.
That was General. Oh, no, that was General Hospital for me. There he is. Ugh. Glenn Doc Rivers, departing as the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, aka the Milwaukee Fucked. Seems like a mutual dissolution here. They did not say that he was fired. They are going to pay him for next season. I think that is something.
What?
What do you mean?
Wait, I mean, I know contracts are guaranteed, right?
No.
So yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
but the way they're letting this seem is though they didn't fire him. He went to them and said, "Hey, it's probably time." Which is just getting out in front of it. But if you do that, then they don't have to pay you.
I don't know about getting out in front of it. It seems like he knew he was going to do this a long time ago when he been
talking crazy.
He been let loose. He been let loose in the media for the past 2 weeks.
Y'all know who I am, right?
Right.
Now, Glenn. you are a privileged black man. Now, that's what you are. You've had some of the best teams in the world. People have let you drive their Maserati, and somehow you crashed the majority of them.
That boy said, that dude over there, I ain't going to name no names, but I'm going to point this elbow at Cam Thomas, leaking information. I was like, dang, he calling everybody out. Doc, you told him.
Except for the one person who you should have called out.
I got no sympathy for you because, hey, man, $40 million is $40 million. You told him not to hire you. I'll give you that. You told him not to fire Adrian Griffin. I give you that. But at the end of the day, you took $40 million. You signed up for what you signed up at.
Bullshit. You didn't have to take that job. Nobody forced you to take that job. Hell no.
$40 million. $40 million?
That's like, hey. Ma'am, you should probably stay with your boyfriend. But she really wanted to cheat. I had to oblige, I guess. I had to. She was done with him.
No, you do that for free. They paid him $40 million.
We wildin'. We are wildin', and I like it. We off the rails. But yes, I mean, you're correct.
$40 million, bro.
That is like her paying your rent too.
What? That's satin sheets. Paying, come use the internet, put gas in the car, change a tire. Be like, wait a minute. Hey man,
but all of this
happened to the basketball players, low key. Drea.
She keep a secret a secret. But overall, Milwaukee. Jimmy Haslam has earned this. Doc Rivers, you earned this. Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Antetokounmpo brothers, y'all have earned this. Number one, Giannis,
fired.
Y'all got Adrian Griffin fired, and it has never been the same since. We was laughing when we said that, and that is exactly what has transpired. You never were good again. You were never competitive in a manner that was respected again. And I think that sometimes people take for granted, oh, this is just basketball, X, Y, and Z. The way that you do business will manifest itself somewhere. I 1000% live and die by that. And in this case, I think it's manifested in the shit show that is the Milwaukee Bucks. And let me tell you, it is still a shit show, and it is not getting any better. Doc is gone. Who comes to this place? What's the team gonna look like?
David Tully.
What's the situation? Right, it's a black. And you know what I'm afraid of is this is it's the Sam Cassell opportunity. Sam Cassell been waiting, and then here you go. Hey, take over this shit show, and can you shine it up? His roster is broken. Giannis and the team are literally fighting through the media about not playing in games that don't matter at all because Giannis wants to play with his brothers. You don't have a draft. Like, you don't know if you're going to get that draft pick or Detroit. Or if New Orleans is going to get that draft pick.
Or Atlanta.
Or, well, I'm saying that
high enough.
No. Let me say it this way. Atlanta's gonna get the best option. You gotta hope that you get the second best option.
Which is keep yours or get New Orleans, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So who wants to take over a team not knowing what you're about to get? What do you have under contract that's interesting? Not a damn thing. What you have under contract that's not interesting is the ghost of Dame Lillard, and you might as well say the ghost of Miles Turner. That's $25-30 million you got to pay for him to get 4 rebounds a game. You got to pay Dame $20 million to not come to this place. That's $45 million in goofball contracts. Not to mention, what do you think you can get for Giannis at this point? Unless you're going to rob Joe Dumars, probably not much. Joe Dumars ain't got nothing left for you to steal.
This is the first spark of lighting the gasoline that gets to the fuse that blows this shit up. There's no other thing that you can do. The only trade pieces that you have outside of Giannis is like Ryan Rollins. And he's young and you don't want to trade him, but you may have to.
You can't give away your only good asset. No,
how you can't get nothing back if you don't.
Giannis for Zion?
What does that do? You think you're gonna get a pick out of that?
How? What? There is no pick. There's no pick. It's not a pick.
What is that going to? I mean, what does that do for either party? Giannis said he wants to win. I mean, Giannis, he'd have to be very forward thinking to go to New Orleans, because on paper, to the average fan, New Orleans doesn't look that great. Now they have a lot of pieces if they can stay healthy, but that's Achilles, high calf injury with Giannis. Trey Murphy done missed time. I don't know about Herb Jones, been out since I don't know forever. And does that really make a big difference in the West? If Giannis gonna go to the West, you go to the Spurs. I'm not going to New Orleans. And what they gonna trade for him?
Zion Williamson and Herb Jones for Giannis.
Why would Milwaukee? I mean, why would Milwaukee do that?
I mean, it's two solid players.
How old is Herb Jones? Ain't Herb Jones like 32?
No, Herb Jones ain't that old. 27.
29? 27?
27 with a 5-year contract or $14 million. It's a good contract. And you got Zion for $39 million. I'm saying that I don't know. Everybody else is going to be to be trying to rob you.
No, okay. Well, then if everybody's gonna try to rob me, then I'm gonna blow up the league and I'm gonna trade them to the Spurs for all of these assets that they
Spurs
have.
not even taking your phone call. You don't have anything that I want.
Shit.
I'm not doing it. And I meant to say this during the Atlanta Hawks. Do not let one season pressure you into making a decision that will ruin you forthcoming. Orlando Magic, Bane trade. Do not make one of these trades for right now and it blow you. Same thing, Knicks. Mikal Bridges trade. It's kicking your ass. And I'm gonna tell you, the Spurs not doing that. The Spurs do not they're not chasing free agents, and I'm surely not chasing one that don't really match up with the timeline of Stephon Castle, Harper, and Wembanyama. They will play the slow play.
De'Aaron Fox, Vassell, and a pick or two for Giannis.
I don't want Giannis over here because he's going to change the dynamic.
I don't know about that, though. Y'all shitting me.
I don't.
How do you score? Yeah, you're gonna change the dynamic. How do you score on the Spurs?
The Spurs ain't gonna do that. And I do understand your thought process there. That ain't the Spurs. That ain't the Spurs way. Spurs and the Patriots gonna do what they do. They not gonna do what nobody else do.
That would be David Robinson and Tim Duncan all over again. There'd be nothing you can do. There's no scoring in the paint.
I mean, I agree. Giannis as a backside rim protector is,
and a help defender.
I'm also
put Giannis at the top of the key. Put Stephon Castle at the top of the key. Giannis at the free throw. Wemby patrolling the paint.
That's so much. It's so much. It is. It's all the defense. I'm not saying that it's a bad idea.
With Carter Bryant coming off the bench. Oh,
I don't think that that's what the Spurs are going to do. I think the Spurs are like, hey, we got a good hand. I'm playing my spades.
I understand. But sometimes you get 8 and you can shoot for 10 if you play it right. That
boy trying to let
10 move.
If that's in the club, walk across. Oh, y'all gonna let that walk?
I agree with you. They probably not gonna do it. But if I'm the Spurs, I have to at least.
Reggie, you're not the Spurs. You are not. You're infinitely not the Spurs.
You might not even. You won't get it for cheap. They blowing it up anyway. You can let them go to OKC. They about to lose Hartenstein. They got assets.
Okay.
And then you're gonna be mad.
OKC is not touching Giannis either. Don't got the money. You can't yet. Chet is a max. J-Dub is a max. SGA is a super duper max. There's no Giannis money left. No way. Unless they finna play 4-on-5.
I mean, Chet can go.
You're not getting rid of a guy who's probably going to be top 5 in defensive player of the year every year for Giannis at 30 years old and 31 years old. And Chet is also going to be infinitely more affordable because he's not going to make all these teams because of J-Dub and SGA. Giannis is going to want another contract. It's not going to happen.
Milwaukee, I tried. Them the 2 teams that got the assets to give you stuff. Ain't nobody else really gonna care. So,
can we interest you in a Jordan Poole?
New Orleans?
I'm serious. No. Milwaukee.
Milwaukee? Yeah.
expiring
No, Jordan.
contract.
Who's he played for
Expiring
New
contract.
Orleans,
He
right?
played. Yeah.
Jordan Poole, Zion, Herb Jones. Not for Giannis. You gonna have to give me somebody other than Herb.
Nah, I want Herb on a 5-year, $14 million contract. You need those are the ones that you're going to need. I need a guy who is locked
They
in and
gonna
locked
if they
into.
give him if they give up Giannis, the Bucks turned well, yeah, I mean they over a barrel because they turned down all them other trades. Then they have like Kelly Ware and all them from and they said that wasn't good
And
enough.
and now I know that you guys are in a dogfight. I'm not giving you
Blow it up.
anything.
Blow up the league, Milwaukee.
I mean, honestly, I
Chaos.
mean,
Agent of chaos. Let's do it. Agent of chaos. Trade
or
him to the Spurs.
or if you really want to draft big, Jonathan Kuminga. We probably have to give you one more thing though. Jonathan Kuminga in the 20th pick. Yeah. Or we could just go into the luxury tax and say we ball.
That's not a wrestler move. Wrestlers don't do luxury tax.
No. With Giannis, you would do the luxury tax.
No, you would probably give him.
Oh, Ricochet.
That's when you would trade Ricochet because you would keep
Kuminga
Mason Newell.
and Ricochet and the 20th pick.
Play Giannis at the 4.
5. No,
It'll
Giannis
come,
at the 5.
Come with
Giannis,
whatever.
Yeah.
Don't matter. Jalen at the 3.
Reggie do not give a shit at all. Let me tell you.
That's front court, back court. Let me tell you. Jalen in the middle. Jalen be the 3. Y'all 2 stay over there. The Alexander Walker and Dyson stay over there. That limits our shooting. But I mean, we could bring everybody off the bench then. I mean, that does take away our bench, though. That leaves you with Kispert. Hopefully, you bring back CJ.
Oh, no. Kispert probably got to go, too, in this, which is...
Yeah, I keep Ricochet. Kispert can go. I keep Ricochet. Kispert can go.
No, you probably going to have to get rid of both of them because Giannis is $54 million. Yep, that's what it is. Jonathan Kuminga, Corey Kispert, and Zachary Ricochet. Now, I will say that.
No, what did you do?
Nothing. Yeah. It ain't bad. Because you can go ahead and re-sign Kuminga to 2 more years, 3 more years, make that a 3-year deal. Ricochet is not going to be more than a $25 million player. You got Corey Kispert for 4 years, and you got a first-round draft pick, the 20th pick. Ain't terrible for a rebuild.
But for the Hawks, though, that leaves our bench. With Moge, you try to bring back somebody like CJ McCollum, and that's really it, ain't it?
I mean, Gabe, welcome back. Gabe, welcome back. First round pick. Moge, Asa Newell.
Asa and Mo. That's your 5-4. I've been wanting to
CJ goes to the bench.
Combo anyway.
Yeah, and CJ goes to the bench. I mean, you end up with 10 good players. Now your 11, 12, 13, 14, that's where honestly Saleh has to make his money again and figure out, hey, how do we end this bench out with guys who we can play in that bench? Hey, Buddy Hield in that partially guaranteed contract. Come on back. I don't mind you being the end of the bench because also Giannis is, I mean, he's another point guard. So, I mean, we can make it work.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, hey, Middleton, come to Atlanta. League minimum. Shoot some jumpers.
Now we got the oldest team in the league. Turn to the Lakers.
We got the oldest bench in the league. And I'm fine with all of those guys playing 15 minutes. CJ, Middleton, Asa, Moge, and a draft pick. Y'all each play 15 minutes and go home.
Yeah, we'll see. But for now, Milwaukee, they just lit the first fuse. They got a few more to go. But it's going to be real interesting between now and the lottery to figure out what's going to happen between them.
But in summation, the crux of this conversation me and Reggie had, and I think I want to give y'all more of why the way that I think that I do is you have to sell on these assets high. You cannot let your emotions get the best of you because this is what the Bucks have done. They have been controlled by their emotions and not wanting to let their star player go. And in return, it has sunk them for the foreseeable future. When you get an asset to its peak, when it's time for it to be moved, you have to move that asset. I know y'all don't want to look at players like numbers. They are. If you don't, then you'll get emotionally invested and you will be up a creek with no paddle.
We'll see. We'll see.
Speaking of up creeks, no paddles. Play-in tournament. Wednesday, April 15th. Philadelphia 76ers play against one of the most miserable teams in the NBA, the Orlando Magic. Now, this is interesting because the Philadelphia 76ers will be playing without Joel Embiid, who has had his appendix removed. I don't know exactly what their lineup is going to be. I assume that maybe you move Drummond into that spot. You still have Paul George. You got VJ Edgecombe. You got Maxey.
Don't they got Paul Reed, or did he move on?
I think Paul Reed is somewhere else, if I remember correctly. It's tricky, but I guess I have to take the Magic because they're going to be the healthier team. And they're not missing their big man in Joel Embiid. I'm probably taking the Magic in this, but as you can see from Paulo's face, he ain't happy about this.
I was fully prepared to take the Magic when I was thinking about this as the end of the season was playing out. And then I saw the Magic go to Boston and lose to
lay an egg.
Nobody. When I say lose to nobody, no, they didn't win the game.
Baylor Shireman.
Nobody was out there.
Jordan Walsh, Peyton Pritchard, Luka Garza. All the guys.
Luka Garza.
The other Harper brother had 27, 7, and 6. They had 3 players who all had career highs of more than 25. I think they say it's one of the first times in NBA history has ever happened before.
With that being said,
Mosley also shat the bed in that game. He thought that he played Bane for the first 7 minutes and then didn't play him again. Mosley left a lot to be desired. He was coaching like he had one foot out the door, to be completely honest.
He had told you. But so I was fully prepared. I told you I was going to. I saw it. When they dropped to like 7th, I was like, oh, yeah. Well, not when you're supposed to be 3rd. But
this is how you also have to manage expectations, because this has been taking teams out as much as winning and losing is. You have one good season, then you have this expectation. You don't meet the expectation, and everything falls apart. Atlanta Hawks, culprit number 1.
Right. I was more prepared to take the Magic. I don't know if I believe in the Magic anymore.
I wouldn't.
Even with no Embiid, appendicitis, no timetable for return. Even with that, the Magic have shown. Are the Magic the 7th seed or the 8th seed? They're the 8th seed, right? I believe. If the Magic are the 8th seed, I think this game is in Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. It is a home game for Philadelphia.
Magic ain't the greatest team on the road. They got beat by 1,000,000 in Toronto recently, about a 31-0 run. They got beat by 1,000,000 in Atlanta recently. They got beat by a no-name team in Boston. All the games counted. They all meant something. So I think I'm gonna still. Is Maxey, Edgecombe, and PG enough?
Orlando is the 8th seed. Philly is the 7th seed. I don't know how I didn't see that right up top. Yeah,
I can't see it. But Maxey, Edgecombe, and PG, are they enough?
Maybe.
I think so. I think this Orlando team don't want to be there. and I think they're gonna take the first thing. I think they're gonna lose, and it's gonna be one of them things like when Kevin Durant lost, and then he showed up like in 2 hours, and he was in the Bahamas. Like
Hold on, I
2 hours.
got one for you. Paulo for Giannis. Who says no?
Paulo for the money matches.
I
I'm assuming
assume
so.
so. I
I
would
don't
have
want
to
to get into the
look.
weeds because we're gonna be here for another 30
Right.
minutes. But nobody would say no. Nobody would say no.
I agree.
Nah, I mean that takes away shooting. Again, Giannis can't shoot. But it's the same player. Except for Paolo is a better offensive player, but Giannis is a better defensive player.
And at
You
least
have to keep
you
subs.
you can resell the ability to, hey man, you're right. We lost Giannis, but we at least got something good in return.
Yeah.
And Paulo's contract hadn't started yet. So you're gonna have him for the next 6 years?
That's a good refresh.
It's a hell of a refresh. Yeah, you got him to 2030. In Orlando, Giannis.
Yeah, that's your new Shaq because he's gonna be the 5. Now you can put Wendell Carter Jr. on the bench. He don't have to be your 5. Now all of a sudden you're tall because you put Franz back at his right position, which is the 4.
Right.
Probably put Black at the 3 or 2 because he's like 6'7", right?
Then you could go 3. You would really help yourself out because you essentially go 3 guards. You go Suggs, you go Black, and you'd go Bane. And you still have all the defense because Franz is a good defender, and you got Giannis to fix the rest of it.
And Bane ain't a bad defender.
No, hell no.
Nor is Suggs, actually.
No. And Black ain't either. But they're all and Black being the thing that's really good about him is he's kind of like Dyson. He's a forward size but plays guard. Those guys, that's where the money is.
Yeah.
But
I'm
taking Orlando.
That's a good one.
Reggie
I'm
is taking the
Philly.
Sixers.
I'm taking Philly.
Now, I'm willing to bet we're going to take the same one on this one.
Hornets Heat.
Heat pack, get smoked, boy. Y'all finna get
over
cooked. Y'all finna feel the heat. Bam.
It's over with. I think the state of Florida is just gonna pack it up.
With them young help me.
Doing that running down the court. Yeah. Yeah. And I think Charlotte really wants to play Detroit. I think Charlotte is really confident about playing Detroit.
I have been telling y'all the worst thing that can happen to the NBA is y'all let Charlotte into the playoffs. If they get out of the play in and into the playoffs, it is stressful. So I'm gonna tell you, Detroit, I don't know if y'all have that much shooting. The Hornets have basically
they got the size though.
I don't care. We saw what happened with the Cavs versus the Pacers too. They had all that size, and they start shooting that ball and running past you, and you like, well, damn, my size don't matter when I'm chasing them.
Yeah, I mean, what? Colin Knippel, 273, wins the 3-point title over LaMelo, who has 272.
And right. And the Pistons
don't have. Gonna do?
The Pistons got 2 guys that can score. Cade and Duran.
Duncan Robinson and Kevin Huerter. They would need Robinson and Huerter to, and Huerter comes through in the playoffs. I give him that.
Let me tell you what I'm not putting my faith in. And I love Red Velvet, and Duncan Robinson is a talented 3-point shooter. If you telling me my win or loss comes to Duncan Robinson and Kevin Huerter, I am sick, especially as a 1 seed.
I mean, so you hoping? Well, if you Detroit, you hoping the Heat win is what you saying?
Oh, I beat the dog shit out the Heat. The dog. Kyle, well, come on down here. You finna get it right here from Jalen Duren. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Hero and
And
Bam. I mean, the only thing that he got is experience. Hero, Bam. Is it Wiggins on this team?
what
Wiggins,
experience do they have? Hero don't got no experience.
play in experience.
Oh,
They play in team. What?
I didn't know that play in experience counted as play in experience. I mean, I guess that does make sense, but no, I don't trust that. But we both taking Charlotte in this. Y'all are cooked. Pat Riley continue to do what y'all are doing. Without you, none of this would be possible. You even began to know how to run half of an organization with the coaches you have. You guys would be good.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but this next one doesn't matter at all. The what are we doing game?
Yeah, I don't know. My notes literally says I don't know. Who cares? None of this matters because you're gonna have to play a team that is going to destroy you.
Hope y'all have fun tomorrow. I hope you have fun tomorrow. This is
and we're talking about the Blazers Suns for those that are listening.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, we talking about yes. Nobody cares about either one of these teams. They can't beat the one team or the two team. I guess one team will have to win,
or the 14 or the 5 team.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, but they're going to get one or two if you escape, and you only escape to get mollywopped. The best thing that these teams can probably hope for potentially is a gentleman's sweep in the playoffs. Somebody wins, somebody loses. This game is inconsequential. That's the reason it is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's my birthday. I'll probably still be asleep, and if not, I'll be watching something on Apple TV. I will not be watching this. It's not going to be fun for anybody because
scouting the Hawks' next backup point guard. That's what I'm about to do.
Only thing that I care about is Jalen Green. Where does he go? What does he do?
I just said that earlier. I can't remember.
Because him and Devin Booker, I'm not going to say it didn't work. It worked pretty well, but it's not going to work good enough for them to this can't be the future either.
It worked well if you were in the East. It ain't worked
you're right. You're right.
Ain't worked well in the West. In the East, they'd have been all right. In the West,
you're definitely right. They would 1000%. They'd be better than the Heat for sure. And the Magic.
Yeah, but we don't care about this game.
God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Y'all be safe.
Phoenix gonna win this game.
Clippers.
Now, Clippers, Warriors.
Clippers.
My question to you.
Clippers.
This seems like a secret tankathon to me. I don't think either one of these teams is going to try to win this game.
1000% Golden State is not trying to win. 1000% the Clippers, I think, are trying to win. Clippers have quietly built a team ready for next season. I keep telling y'all, Darius Garland at the one.
Why would they try to win? Don't they still have their pick?
No. You must have forgot. They traded that. The pick that they are looking for is remember, they traded Zubas. And they get that.
No, they didn't get the Pacers pick. That 4
they potentially have the Pacers pick if it goes, I think it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but not 10, which would be really good for them. I think it's highly unlikely, but I think the Clippers have gone out and found the team that they had.
The Thunder have their pick.
Yes. The Thunder have their pick from the SGA trade.
George paid.
Yes.
Oh my God! In 2026, SGA then left.
So won
a championship and about to try to win another, and they just now pick is conveying.
But yeah, so
I mean, NBA block that shit. Don't let that
Golden State is trying to actively get back into the lottery, so I assume that they try to just lose, and the Clippers don't want that pick to be a lottery pick. Yeah. So it's no reason for them to lose. So yeah, I think that this is cut and dry. I mean, and the Clippers, you probably got your solid 4. I'm telling you, I think Darius Garland, Benedict Mathurin, Kawhi Leonard, and potentially John Collins in an extension is a very solid four.
Well, they like Derrick Jones Jr. though.
Derrick, like him all you want to. His ass is on the bench.
We'll see. But for this game, I'm taking the Clippers because the Warriors are going to tank. They
Rightfully
don't. This
so.
was the most non-way to tank that you could tank. We made the play in, and then just don't play.
Yeah, I mean, you can't shit the bed with Steph, especially after he left Under Armour. He could leave you tomorrow if you keep playing.
You said Steph. Oh, you said Steph. Okay. Thought you meant you just can't shit the bed. We at 8 teams with 50 plus losses that say otherwise, brother.
I don't know. And then,
but yeah, so that's it. And before we go, we wanted to say RIP to John Jackie Moore. He was the first black player to play at not only LaSalle University, where he's inducted in the Hall of Fame, but also the first black player to play in the Warriors franchise. Speaking of the Warriors, when they were in Philadelphia at the time. So, and he won the 1956 NBA title, and he presented the Warriors with their 2017 championship ring. We want to send T's and P's to his family, which also include his children and grandchildren, one of which is a Hampton alum, Hampton Pirate, Mr. Nasir Kadri, that I've known since 3rd grade, where we reconnected at Hampton. So, Nas, we thinking about you. We love you. R.I.P. to Jackie, John Jackie Moore. Life well lived.
right.
T's and P's.
Black history. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. But with that being said, I think we've made it to the end of episode 227 of the Splashcast, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone through the mic check, Atlanta, and then news around basketball as well. Did a little bit of football talk too. Division champs. Just want to let y'all know. Okay, maybe not.
No, leave it up there. Leave it up there. Leave it up there. So celebrate your win.
If we didn't forget anything, Nora would take us out.
Number one. More black baseball, and shout out to Drake Baldwin for doing the needful, holding it down, big fella. We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you. Number 2, shout out to Kev in the back. This Dos Equis is for you.
Well,
Number 3,
Creature Comfort.
The historically black college and university you went to, your auntie you went to, your cousin, the person used to laugh at Kiki in the back of church. Send some money over there. I see all the celebrities, y'all children joining the Divine Nine. Send some money to the college where they go. Thank you for sending your children. Invest your money. Send some money over there. Number 2, to the historically black college university in your neighborhood, the one you go to for homecoming, step shows, vibes. You drinking up all the liquor, you eating up all the chicken, you dancing, you having a time. Send some money over there. They need it. They could use it. And finally, the greatest learning institution in all the world, the one that gave me a degree, gave Reggie a degree, gave Kevin a degree. We're asking for $18.68 on behalf of Hampton University in the year that it was founded. Please send the money. And we'll see you at homecoming. Outside of that, adios, mi amigos. God is love. I am 1 hour and 11 minutes from turning 40. I appreciate y'all hanging with your boy today, celebrating with your boy today. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. We are out of this thing. Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.